I'm just watching.
Oh, I can pick an. Oh, I'm missing a spell.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why do I not have catapult? I now have catapult.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
While we are waiting for people to join the live, I will be right back. I need to use the restroom.
No worries.
No bother.
Does catapult have a weight limit?
About 5 pounds.
1 to 5 pounds. Okay.
That's still a hefty. That's still a hefty rock you can chuck.
I was thinking more like junk. Just
Yeah,
like
pieces of
catapulting
gears
scrap.
or something.
No,
Yeah,
I mean like junk catapulting scrap.
I don't think scrap is 5 pounds.
No, but what is if you make a small homunculus.
You're going to create a junk imp and just yeet it at somebody.
No. Basically, I'm playing like a mix between the Artful Dodger, Iron Man, and Artful Dodger, Big Hero 6, and Ratchet and Clank.
One thing I love to do with catapult when I have it is I like to ask the DM, we've killed a couple of these guys. Is there a dagger laying around on the ground? Yeet!
What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to have him collect shoes.
All I'm saying is if you cast Reduce on a gnome, you can use both Mage Hand and Catapult on them.
Why do I feel like you've done this before?
Why?
I'm just saying I've thought about the mechanics.
Why?
Whatever would be the reason. Me looks at my staff for the Magus in another game that has Reduce and Enlarge.
Do we start with any? Do we get any magic items for starting?
Yeah, we get one uncommon.
One uncommon. I'm sure I've already got that.
The conversation is not over.
Yeah.
When is it ever alright?
I technically have another uncommon item because I bought a Ring of Water Walking during the pre-session games.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But we are supposed to start with only one uncommon item. Unless you had gotten another one during pre-session. The spicy chicken can walk on water.
Why do I have 4 crowbars? Why do I have 4 crowbars?
So both you and Scrap can dual wield.
Dual wielding crowbars. Apparently I have crowbars.
I'm gonna go grab me some Nutella.
Does a crowbar do damage? A crowbar does do damage. Yeah.
God, this thing is old.
Brandon.
What?
Yeah. Hold up. Ah, fuck's sake.
Just ending the group.
Effort.
I can't read that, mate. Like.
Oh, fine.
Okay, fine. I won't drink that one yet. Still somehow appropriate.
Yeah, fucking dick.
This is still and will always be like my favorite freaking wine bottle of all time. Holy crap, this thing is beautiful.
Ooh.
I want it. But I want it.
I'll take a picture of the label for you.
Thank you, Espresso Depresso Bean, for subscribing, and I love your username.
Hey! Hi, how are you, buddy?
Hey, it's
You know that?
my old friend.
You're one of my friends.
Hello, person.
Oh,
Wait, you know the Depresso Bean?
Yeah.
the espresso depresso.
At this point, I think everyone knows an espresso depresso bean.
Me.
I don't, because I can't. I don't, because I can't have caffeine, because it will literally kill me.
Yeah, you're not allowed
That's rough,
caffeine
buddy.
anymore.
Oof.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I could use some coffee. I could also go for death. Unfortunately, I don't like either of these things today.
Seriously, there's actually a video of me really hungover one day going, I'm tempted to down a can of Red Bull and just end it all.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
This will truly give me wings. I want my fucking wings. No, Brandon, no.
I'm really offended by what you guys think I sound like.
I can't copy your voice. I just have to go with. I'm talking about. I'm telling you what I think drunk Brandon sounds like. Where your accent goes out the window.
Not even close.
Now
Not
you
even
know
close.
how horrified I felt when you copied an American accent.
Right, listen, hold on a minute. If we're going to be bringing up people doing bad accents, right, let's talk about your Scottish accent, Paige. There's some notes I would like to give. What part of Scotland were you from? Belfast?
You're safe here.
Oh
I say that with all the love in the world, but never do it again.
Why do you think I had Sierra change her accent in GKC? Because I could not keep up with the Scottish accent.
William Wallace woke up and went, oh my god, we attacked the wrong people.
Oh my god. Oh.
The banks of Loch Lomond were not Bonnie Bonnie. They were not Bonnie Bonnie.
They were not Bonnie Bonnie. Fuck.
Mitch, don't you even make that face. Yours is potentially worse than hers.
My accent only goes really bad when I'm a. It's when I'm a catty and I've had a few drinks and my
Mitch.
accent.
Mitch,
What?
your accent's just bad. It doesn't go bad. It's bad and then it goes worse.
Wow.
No, but here's the thing. This is why I just don't attempt it at all. Sometimes I'll just say things normally, and then when I'm getting drunk and catty, it turns into this horrible amalgamation of Cambridge and Glasgow.
It kind of mixes a wee bit. It's a rather terrifying thing. It's a bit like hearing a cat bark.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like these two things do not belong together. What's happening? It's like me with an English accent. It's like me with a London accent. You look at it and just go, no, stop it, no.
Can you do an English accent?
I can actually do a relatively very good RP accent. I can also do a pretty good Cockney accent, like all over the Paul geezer, you know, get it, yeah. I can also do a good Liverpool accent, like I'm all over Liverpool and that type.
I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Wait.
Even worse is when I do Manchester.
Wait. Brad,
What?
okay, so two things. Brandon, I think we can all agree that the Birmingham accent is the worst accent known
Oi.
to man.
What the fuck are you talking about Birmingham?
And
Actually gives me the dry bulk, mate. Actually gives me the dry bulk.
also, oh fuck it, what does a Scouser order from the kebab shop?
I want some chicken and a hoch.
Yes.
My God.
Like it's a stereotype, but anyone who's been to Liverpool, and I have,
Can I get my chicken without the side of phlegm?
That is legit how Scousers ordered.
Oh my God! The worst one is when Manchester people ask you where you're from. You're not from round there. You're not from round there. You're not from. Mate, at this point, I'm really fucking glad I'm no.
We're almost 10 minutes into stream and all we're talking about is accents.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like nervous about having a Scottish accent, or I'm not gonna my face fell out. Because now I'm hearing you. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw out the accent entirely and just listen to him and then figure it out later.
Didn't do that. Honestly, I don't take offense to it. I didn't. And
He just loves to give me shit.
I just keep Paige shite because
No,
I mean,
what's the worst thing is I have
an authentic accent.
the worst part is I have been to Scotland, so I should know how to do this. I don't.
the thing is when it comes to Celtic accents, it's similar to like how certain people from certain countries can't speak certain languages because their mouth hasn't evolved to do it. So if you've no got Celtic blood, then having a Celtic accent is incredibly difficult because we do things where like similar to like Latin countries where they roll their R's, but we have like a purred R, so it's not rolled, but it's purred. It's like a very slight trill. It's difficult to get a Scottish accent. I just rip the piss out of people because there's only thing you're good at with being Scottish is ripping the piss out of people. That's the only thing you're good at. Like, never beat a Scottish person in a slagging match. We always win.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
My mom to a big bear. My dad tried to kill him. And if that's
I gave him a big cake. She turned into a big bear. My Olsen tried to dare it. If that's not pure mess, I don't know what is.
I fucking quit.
Okay, we should probably get started before Brandon just leaves
My mouth
us.
shut. I'm just keeping it shut.
Do you know what? I've changed this whole thing. Junk is going to be die-hard Scottish.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Pandor, Session 1. I am turned to page 394. Fuck, I can't even think right now. I'm here with Son of Asgard, M-in-Chief, Bryce Osceles, Aki Obsession, Alpha Hannah 5311, Madness to Alice, and Bard of the Midwest. This is the first session of Hannah's campaign, Secrets of Pandor, and same announcements that we have every Friday. It's just I'm too scatterbrained to give the announcements. Kitsune, just be a good bean and throw the link tree out there. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Hannah before I take up way too much time.
Okay. Okay. Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, I guess that I'm gonna read the thing. Because I can't words today.
Read the thing.
So, for those of you who don't know what this campaign is, it is completely new. It is not anything you will find in any official D&D book or anything like that. This is a whole world that I have created from my brain. So, here we go. So, yeah. Fuck, I'm just winging it. I'm winging it. Fine. It's fine. I'm not nervous. It's fine. Anyway.
I like it. I'm excited now.
Okay, so in this world, Pandor is a place that is full of magic, full of amazing creatures, and full of life. There are 4 special races that live here on Pandor. The creatures of phoenixes, centaurs, brightwood elves, and sirens. These creatures have been on Pandor since the beginning of time. A long time ago, specifically 2,572 years ago, a great storm happened because all 4 races were at war with each other. They couldn't get along, they couldn't find peace, until suddenly the skies opened up, poured down on them, the ground split, and it caused all 4 races, specifically the leaders of each race, to come together and create peace. And from that peace came the day called Concordia, which means a day of peace. And ever since, there has been nothing but peace, and all of the races have gotten along fairly well. Until recently. So, last time that we were playing, specifically in our little one-shots, our party met at the Festival of Peace called Concordia. There they got to see the annual performance explaining the beginning of Concordia told by Brandon, which is a Brightwood elf bard. When the show was over, the group met with a crazy old Ashen Phoenix lady named Liraz and her owl Rue, which blew everybody away. She sold them wares and a specific screaming box to Calypso.
I'm not ashamed. at all.
She
Come on.
she also told them to say hello to Slider, whoever that was, before she promptly closed up shop and left. A green light flashed from Fire Falls, which was a place where at night during the sunset, when the sun hits the water just right, the water actually turns into fire. So from Fire Falls, that's where Concordia took place. A green light flashed from there, and all of the wares, all of the food, all of the stuff that was being sold at Concordia went bad. And no one knew what was happening. So Kira, the princess of the Phoenixes, left in search of help and met with the party and asked them to come and help, leading her to her father and mother. Dawin had a reunion moment with Theodoric, the king, since Dawin is the only living descendant of Holland, specifically, which is the kingdom of the centaurs. And they also met a siren sailor named Alec, who sailed them to Fire Falls. Once inside, the party faced off against a giant basilisk, whom they quickly found out was called Slider by the crazy old Phoenix woman, but he preferred to be called Asmodeus instead. But thankfully, the party got rid of the basilisk and set things right. And Liraz showed up and gave them all a mark of courage on their wrists that would appear and disappear at their own will to mark their courage against going against Slider. In the second one-shot, the party met in the capital, Lindens, in Preston, which is the kingdom of the Brightwood Elves. There, they met Brandon's sister, Maple, and she showed them around, and she was very hyperactive. They met with Mariah Black, which is the chiefess of Creston. There was a large feast, and a particularly old, racist Brightwood elf named Opal. A few of the party members joined in on a race, which Candela won to that. And suddenly, a fire was set to the buildings nearby, and the party split apart to find out what had caused the fire. One half caught the culprit, while the other half put the fires out, and found an arrow with the word Liegeman carved into it, with a symbol tied to the end of it, which was, stop it, the background. That thing. There we go. That symbol. So, the culprit was a young blonde Brightwood elf girl who was very inexperienced to mercenary work. She told them that she was just told to do the job. She didn't know where exactly the order directly came from. It just trickled down to her. But she was not going to ask where it came from. She said that the group that she worked with was bigger than anyone could imagine. And she said that the reason for the fires was bigger than just a hate crime, and that the group was not responsible for the basilisk. So that's nice to know. But just as they were about to take her back into town, she disappeared out of their grasp and left. And the last shot that we saw as an audience was the Brightwood elf girl kneeling before somebody else, apologizing for her behavior. And the mysterious form replied, "No, I know you won't fail again. You're just lucky you had me and not the god killer." So, that is our little recap. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to chapter.
Yeah, concrete.
Well, welcome to chapter 1 of Secrets of Pandor. Once upon a time, we have our party members meeting in the capital of Ashkala, the kingdom of Phoenixes, in the capital Aldebaran. So, who would like to introduce their character first? Candela?
No, I'm doing nose goes.
Nose go?
I can't nose because I don't have my camera.
That means you
Does
have
that mean
to.
that you automatically lose?
I'll do it if you want. Like,
No, I can do it. I'm just like, wait a minute, I can't even. No, I can do
I'm
Ariel.
super cool.
By the way, I'm touching my nose. I promise.
Yes, definitely touching the nose. Okay, so leaning against a tree and within the capital, kind of watching people, is a oddly enough more well dressed than his previous companions. Previously, saw him Ashen Phoenix. His hair is still a bit scraggly. But he's dressed in this gray and purple, like fine clothes, with with the pyre wing, his family crest on it. He stands at about 6 feet tall, shaggy brown hair, slightly lanky, but definitely has a proper build for a fighter and a warrior. His eyes, which are like a cool gray most of the time, kind of glance around at everyone, chewing on a twig, and he looks uncomfortable to be in these goddamn clothes but he does have his signature brown duster hanging on a branch not far from him, and his bow somewhere in the vicinity, but he's not telling anyone.
Good to know. So we see Ariel there, seem very uncomfortable in his clothing. It has been a few weeks since the party has met up, since the burning incident. So we have your Ariel there. Who else would like to go next?
Would Junk be with the guys, or?
That is up to you, whether you want to introduce yourself to the party specifically once everybody is all together. You all have been sent a message by King Theodoric of the Phoenixes to come and meet together to talk.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll introduce my guy. Okay.
Are we all separated in a regathering, or we're all just gathering?
You're just gathering.
Okay.
So yeah, so like just kind of like sitting like by himself, like he's quite a young teenager, elf. He's wearing like exceptionally bulky clothing, like it all looks as if it's made of like scrap metal. His boots are like boots that are far too big for him, but he's fixed them to fit him. But all the metal plating on the boots, it's all like different colored pieces of metal in varying degrees of shiny to rusty. The only thing that he has that is meticulously taken care of are a set of goggles on his head and a big thick pair of welding gloves, or like big thick leather hide like forge gloves or whatever. The other standout thing is he has like bright blue electric hair, like electric blue hair and eyebrows. Yeah, he kind of keeps himself to himself. He's lived in a junkyard for most of his life, doesn't really associate well with people. But he does have a massive robot, or a steel defender, who is again made of completely disjointed parts. He has like a head with like one blue eye and one not functioning eye. He has like one big hand, one small hand. He's like a whole load of mashed up parts together. The robot also can't talk. Only Junk can understand his robot. And so he speaks a bit like R2-D2, and every now and again Junk will look at him like, "Why are you blaming me? It's not my fault. I didn't do this." So yeah, you do kind of get like one-sided conversations with them. But like, hey, can you pass me that thing? That is no way to talk about my mother. They're a bit of a comedy couple. Junk is very not aware how to function socially. Every now and again, he just comes out with a blunt and blatant truth. Doesn't understand that sometimes lying is nice. But like, yeah, he's funny, and at the moment he would just kind of sit and be like tinkering with wee bits of scrap metal, and then like randomly shaking his head and pulling it all apart, and then just going back to doing it again.
Okay. So we have Drunk and Scrap. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Standing about 7 feet tall, as a centaur normally would. Very, very large antlers, very like branching into many different points on them. Very, very large, very intricate. Muscle-bound centaur, light brown fur, tail, and what's interesting is that his right arm has this pitch black tribal marking, but it doesn't look like a tattoo. It looks like fur stripes. It's permanently within the fur on his body. Longish beard about coming down to just touching his chest. Long, silky smooth, wavy hair, adorning a great sword on his horse side, and on his back is a intricately designed great axe. It looks a bit rusty, but one thing to notice that is at the edges there's no chipping, and the edges are shiny as if they're new. It's just the flats look a little tad on the rusty side, as if it may have been a family heirloom. And hair and beard, jet black, contrasting his light brown fur, piercing grey eyes, and he's just sitting, people watching. He seems to have a knack for being on high alert most of the time. And yeah.
Cool. All right. So that's Darwin. Who would like to go next?
I could go next.
Okay.
Okay, so sort of with the group and with everyone, although she had disappeared for a few days after the fire, she sort of just came back randomly. No explanation as to why she left or why she came back, but she was gone and now she's back. I guess I'll use first person. I am a rather small siren and very dark navy blue skin, a little scaly, a little shiny, but it's okay, we're still cute. And her hands are webbed, as well as webbed pointed ears, and she has some fins on her arms and on her legs, and you can see her gills like on her neck. She has very long white hair, very wavy, sort of unkept, goes past her butt, and mainly what she is wearing is just some scrap fabric with some fishnets on it. And she has a lot of fangs, like shark tooth fangs, and her eyes are very slim and sleek, and the whites of her eyes are black, and her irises are bright orange, yellowish color. And currently now she is looking around because she's never been in this area before, and she's still new to all of the different species. So seeing all of these winged people at once, she's very confused, but also very intrigued, and has many questions.
Okay. So that's Inga. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Sitting on Darwin's back is a 4'9" light fire phoenix. She's currently reading a book. Her name's Candela. She has golden tannish skin that almost seems to kind of sparkle in the sunlight. Her hair is short, choppy pixie cut that starts red at the base and like ombres from orange to yellow to white, almost like fire. What's interesting is, despite her being very warm toned, she wears cool toned monk vestiges. And she has her kita, which is a piece of cloth, like kind of fabric clothing wear that all phoenixes receive when they mature. She has it wrapped around her waist, sort of as a sash. And it's a mixture of bright blues and greens that kind of almost matches the blues and the browns that she wears in her vestiges. And she's just sitting on Darwin's back, just reading through a book.
Cute.
Yeah.
And that's Candela.
Yeah. Oh, and her eyes are a yellowish green and they kind of glow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Who would like to go next?
I guess I can go next.
Okay.
Calypso is a average height, slender, arrogant looking siren who's got this light gray skin with just tinges of blue and like scales along her face. She has a just bright white hair that goes down one side of her head. The other side is completely shaved. And she has a tattoo that wraps up her face and neck, right arm, down her back, and then hits her left hip and covers that leg. And it's basically this. It's got the symbol of Darien in the hand, and it's these flames that kind of wrap up and around. She's just a very arrogant woman who looks like she's done with all of you and is definitely avoiding the fucking children in this group. Yeah.
Oh, did I mention that Candela wears a necklace with the symbol of Darien on it as well?
And
Wait, Hannah?
bright piercing silver eyes and just bitchy. Lots of jewelry.
I forgot a very noticeable detail about myself. I have an angler's light coming out of my head. I thought that was important to mention because it's kind of right there. So yeah.
Yes.
Also, with all of the jewelry that Calypso, and I think Inga's the same way. Calypso carries a lot of jewelry, but none of it is pearls.
Yeah, I don't have pearls
either.
Yeah, she's not of age yet, so she does not have her pearl gift that symbolizes
we
her.
are a child.
Yes, you are a child, and no one knows why you're here because you should be underwater still, because until you come of age, you're not allowed to go on land.
I'm still drinking from sippy cups, y'all.
Calypso very much looks like an adult, yet doesn't have the traditional pearls.
Well, and I believe that leaves Fractum. Fractum.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello. Fractum is both handsome and beautiful in an understated sort of way. Standing at 6 feet, their wings, typically outstretched, glimmer with tiny embers that glint gold or red or orange in the light. The rest of her appearance is very dark and understated, with a hint of cocoa and a hint of bronze in their skin. They are half ashen phoenix, half darkwood elf, and because of that, they have been a quiet hermit most of the time. However, working together with the crew has brought them from the forest and into the town, and hopefully their magic will be a boon for this adventure.
All right, so all of you guys are now. Yes, Alice?
Did Aurel go? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Ariel was first.
Ariel went. They went first.
Cool. I'm dead.
So, yeah, so you guys are currently sitting together. One of you, each one of you meets up with the group one by one. You guys haven't seen each other in a few weeks, ever since the burning buildings. So, and now you have a new face apparently joining you. He claims to have gotten the same message you got. So,
A whole load of words.
All of you again, and another child.
You sound like
Junk is gonna look around like, a child? Where?
you make it sound like we're so bad, Calypso.
Right. Yeah.
Calypso, still cheerful as ever, I see.
As
Well,
arrogant as ever, I see.
Scraps gonna like,
Calypso, you look very pretty today.
Little fish child.
Scrap is gonna be like, and Junk's always like, library? Yeah.
Candela just still has her nose in a book while she's sitting on Dowan's back. She's just.
Ariel takes out his Batia coin, just kind of flips it absent-mindedly. Oh, good. The band's all back together.
I'm going to run up to wait, okay, so the elf is Junk, and then the robot is
Scrap.
yes.
Scrap. I love it. I'm going to run up to Scrap and then start knocking on him and being like, oh my gosh, what is this thing? This is so cool.
Junk is just. I mean, he pretty much is looking at you in like sheer horror. Like,
Like, oh, you about to die.
that is my best friend. Do you mind not hammering on his head?
Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't look like a best friend. He looks like a metal. Hi.
Well, some people don't judge based on appearances.
I'm sorry. Are you offended? I like your hair. Is it naturally that color?
Scrap is just gonna be like. And Junk's like, yeah, I know. You'd think people be polite.
Oh. Hi, I'm Inger. It's nice to meet you and your metal friend and blue-haired person. Hi.
Hi.
And you just hear it. You just hear Candela speak up. Yeah, she doesn't really think before she speaks, but trust me, she's good-hearted. Don't take it too personally. And then she goes back to her book.
Thank you, Candela.
You're
Thank
welcome.
All right.
This is never not entertaining.
No more
Down.
knocking on his head. It's sensitive, right? I still have to repair one of the eyeballs.
Okay, do you know what he's saying? Because he's not really speaks.
No, technically he is speaking. He's just not speaking what you understand, but he technically is still speaking. He speaks in a way that I understand, and I speak in a way he understands, and you speak in a way that he understands, but he doesn't speak in a way that you understand. You understand?
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Darren literally turns towards Candela. Even I lost it a bit there.
I'm picking up bits and pieces. Basically, just there's a language barrier going on.
I'm looking around for the closest bar.
Period. As you should. As you should.
It's not too far. It's like right across the street from you. Okay.
I can drink now.
I'm impressed, Calypso. You went 5 minutes without running to the bar. I'm very surprised.
That's a new
Very
record.
Over her shoulder as she walks by.
Remember, Darion is watching. And I go back to my book.
I don't think he's
That
ever
wasn't
not watching
threatening
her.
at all.
I don't think he's ever not watching her. It's like a
I
parent
know
with a
he's
rolled
always
up
watching
newspaper.
me.
He's like a parent with a rolled up newspaper.
Oh, no.
He doesn't do that to me.
Well, no, because you behave.
I guess you got a point. I mean, every now and then I get into some mischief.
Of course, that's all in good fun.
At least you ask permission to get into mischief. Most of the time.
Junk is just watching all of this with a look of like a mix of fear, confusion, and like humor on his face. Like, I never should have left the junkyard.
We all make mistakes. It's okay.
You're all just fusses with his clothes. I promised one day I would wear this bloody getup, and it had to be today. Of all days, you all show up on the day I'm in this bloody.
Why are
monkey
you dressed up all like that? Anyway.
Because it's an official meeting with the king, and my father is an ass.
Wait, we're meeting
there
with
was
a
a
king.
dress code, and Candela just looks down at her
No,
clothing.
not for all of you. For me. I'm a councilman now. I have to wear councilman appropriate clothes when I meet with the king. I'll walk in there.
Junk's gonna pull out a rag, spit on it, and start like shaming Scrap's head.
Candela just looks at Oriel and is just like, "That's rough, buddy."
Hold on. At that, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to point at Candela, and I'm going to use magical tinkering to record that.
Oh no!
I can record up to a 6-second sound clip, and I can do that 5 times. I'm just gonna turn around and look Candela in the eyes and hold up this tiny little like piece of scrap metal and just, "That's rough, buddy."
That's going to haunt my dreams.
That's cool.
Can I lean towards Oriel and press it again? "That's rough, buddy."
My bow is not far away enough that I can't shoot you.
Candela is just laughing now. She finds this hilarious.
Darwin has the expression that all parents have.
Oh yeah, because we forgot to let the chat know that Darwin basically adopted Candela.
Pretty much.
So Calypso has gone across the street to go to the bar. If any of you guys want to go and follow her, you are more than welcome to.
Darwin's gonna turn to Candela. Tea and some food.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right.
And she's just still reading her book.
I was gonna say she's not likely to get off Darwin's back, is
Nope.
she?
Nope. She is comfortable where she's sitting. She's got her book. Just onward, my steed.
It's like
Wait, does she actually say that?
Onward, my steed. And she's just like.
All Darwin is gonna do is that little like back half jump that horses do every now and then, just a whoop. Don't push
Uriel
kiddo.
is back on the tree, dying.
Just because Candela's the most mature out of the kids doesn't mean she's not a little shit.
So on Scrap's back, at his like shoulder blades, there's like 2 little handles, and at like his hip, there's 2 little footholds. So like Junk is just gonna like scarp her onto his back and be like, "Oi, Junkhead, up!" And then like just. And he goes off to the bar on the back of this.
Darwin immediately turns to Candela. This doesn't mean I'm getting you a saddle. There is no chance in hell.
Send her with a saddle.
She just giggles.
That would be a fashion statement like none other.
His tail whips her shoulder. Just.
Ow!
Is Fractum still here?
Asshole.
Did Fractum go to the bar?
Where's Fractum? Have we
Yeah,
seen him
Where
at
is
all?
Fractum?
Fractum's there present.
I would imagine.
Fine.
I would imagine sitting in the tree that because that's the two of them like to hang out in trees. The girl just kind of glances up. Fractum, we're heading to the pub. Waiting for the messenger. You're welcome to join us.
Right.
Just grab his duster and the quiver and his bow that we're hiding behind the tree. He'll head over to the bar.
Wait, I wanna say something real quick.
Hmm?
So Inga's just gonna look around at Junk and Candela as they're both like writing people. She's gonna say, "Oh well, now I'm lonely. RL, come over here. Fly me over to there. Fly me over to the top.
You can walk.
Come on, piggyback ride. Let's go."
He just keeps walking. He's like, he thinks about it for a good long second. He's just like, I'm going to the bar.
Don't get old for it. You can carry
Alright.
Inga.
All right. So you guys all walk into the local tavern, which is called the Hot Wing Tavern.
Did it serve hot wings?
Yes, yes, they do.
Yes. What a silly question. Of course they do.
I would like 12.
That's why they call it Hot Wing. It's literally you're in Ashkala, the Phoenix Nation. You're in a tavern called Hot Wings that they sell spicy stuff too. Yes, they have hot wings.
Uriel walks in, looks at the bartender. Darren, I apologize in perpetuity to the rabble I have allowed in your establishment.
Darren immediately looks at Ariel just offended. Excuse me, I'm the oldest one here. I'm the more mature one here.
Oh, good.
Oh, you mean Candela? Yeah. No, I apologize for that too.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
No, I apologize for the marks you might leave on his ceiling, you tall bastard.
I love how you started in Glasgow and wound up in Kilkenny.
I don't know. It's a Roman accent. I don't know where the fuck it's going.
Darren turns to Ariel. Just be glad you're not behind me. You know what they say about people getting behind horses. Don't
Well, you're an
do
elk,
it.
so that doesn't really work.
Same difference.
Boy, is that a poop joke? You know, because behind horses.
No, that comes out of his mouth.
Where is Ariel in relation to
Oh,
Darren?
he is to Darwin's side. He is not making the mistake of walking behind his head. He knows that joke, but he's just like, no, if I do that, I give him a cheap shot. I'm not doing that. He is keeping a healthy distance, hanging up his cloak and his weapons.
Damn it. Darren just says nothing and turns to Candela. All right, find a table.
Okay. And Candela just hops off his back, fucking, like, graceful lands and shit, and goes to find a table for the group.
Oh, good. You all followed me in here.
Well, of course.
Kind of quickly
Calypso.
let you run wild.
Calypso, have you ordered I'm assuming you have ordered a drink by now.
I would have sat down and immediately asked for wine.
It's Calypso. I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised if she's already drank her drink by now.
The bartender is a young Phoenix woman, and she will have served you. Pearl and Seed are basically the same price, so she will ask you for 3 Seed or 3 Pearl.
Okay.
And then she will give you your glass of wine.
Darren turns to Candela. What food do you want?
Hot wings, of course.
Extra spicy?
Oh, yeah.
And taste them otherwise.
If you get sick again, I'm not gonna. I ain't cleaning that shit
That
up.
was one time.
One time too many.
Canella just pouts and sits down and starts reading her book again.
This is adorable.
Oh, shut up.
Darren orders 2 hot wings, 1 mild, 1 extra spicy, 1 beer, and 1 tea.
Yeah, because Candela doesn't drink.
That will. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. That would probably come out to about 10 seed. But that would be 5 iron for you. Because iron is fucking expensive.
Yeah, alright, 5 iron. Okay, okay.
If you look at the bartender, is that boar I brought in yesterday? Has that been butchered yet?
Has what?
The boar that I brought in yesterday.
Oh, it's I think it's been cut up by now. I think so. Let me go check in the back. I'll be back. And she takes a moment. And then she'll come back and say, actually, yeah, they're preparing it now.
If I could get a nice flank of it.
Sure thing. It'll be, I think, 3 seed. And she'll go and get your plate.
Oh. See, it's always good to provide for your local businesses, because then you get to eat what you kill. Prepared by people who actually know how to cook. Unlike me.
She will come back and give you your beautiful plate.
You'll give her the money.
I mean, I don't know much about cooking that fancy meat, but I can make a mean rat.
Really?
Rat's actually not that bad.
In a pinch.
Never had rat before.
It's an acquired taste.
Stringy. There are better options, but when you have no other options, if you season it right, it's not too bad.
Guess that's
Good on kebabs.
Guess that's something I'll have to try.
If you ever come and visit the junkyard, I'll make you rat. Rat's good.
Okay.
Ew, gross.
Don't knock it until you try it.
Oh yeah, and yours is gonna chow down on this hog flank like, oh yes.
Alex.
Alice's camera froze. You just had that tongue like a bleh.
Yeah, actually, I'm like experiencing some like major glitch and like lag today.
Oh, no.
So at like times y'all will just completely freeze up and it won't go back to like 20 seconds. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no!
If you need to like restart anything and hop back in, like, don't feel pressured to try and, like, stay and bear with it.
I can hear the delay between you, camera Hannah, and real life Hannah, which was smaller before, but now it's really big. So I'm gonna leave super quickly, and then I'm gonna come back, and hopefully that will fix itself.
Okay. But in the meantime, so everyone has ordered their food. At this time, the bartender, her name is Claire. She's a light fire phoenix. She runs the Hot Wing Tavern. And by this point, she has brought out all of your food, all of your drinks, and gone, okay, I think that's everything. Is there anything else you guys need? No? Okay.
Good for now.
Just keep an eye out for Councilman Delane. He's going to be collecting us at some point, and I'd rather hope if we see him, tell us so we can finish our food before we go find him.
All right. Well, I shall.
Thank you much.
She will head out.
Good lass.
Is she running this place all by herself?
Hey, her dad handles the butchering and the preparations, and she handles the front of the house. Tougher than she looks. I've seen her throw people out of here.
Kind of want to see that. That would be quite the good entertainment.
Oh, she's one of the few people I actually enjoy seeing when I come back to town.
Especially these wings. I don't know what they do to them, but
Candella's like through half of her basket of wings already.
why do I see her with a sauce beard?
she got a little sauce stash going on.
Stash.
But she always makes sure to wipe her hands clean before she picks up her book again.
Darwin gets a cloth and just gets rid of the stashes.
She'll swat your hand away. I can clean my own face.
Well, if you ate actually cleanly, then you wouldn't be in this situation, would you?
Look at my book. It's still clean, isn't it?
Junk's only hearing like half this conversation, so as she goes, I can clean my own face, he's going to go, good for you.
I certainly only got half of that, but that's from that to drink. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
You mean fun like the last times?
I mean, fighting the great bloody snake was absolutely a blast. I still have he kind of untucks from his shirt. He still has a necklace of the teeth.
You're still...
You fought a snake? I'm so jealous. I just put out the fire. Grr.
Well, you helped save people, and that's also important.
If not more important.
Snakes.
Well, this is a basilisk. If you looked, you would have loved to look at it. For all of the 5 seconds it would have taken for it to look back at you and probably kill you, because that's what it does. If you make eye contact with a basilisk, you die, and it's really unfortunate.
Candela is now just having Vietnam flashbacks as Oriel is explaining this, because she was up close to it. She's just like,
yeah, not fun. Not as fun as I thought it would be.
Candela, breathe.
Okay, well, maybe
Scrap,
that changes.
I can imagine literally Candela going,
like to see a snake.
oh, yeah, sorry.
When he mentions the basilisk looking at you and killing you, Scraps kind of like trembles, and as he trembles, he rattles, and he's like,
Oh, no, lad.
Junk's just going to turn around and be like, no, I don't think the fact you've only got one working eyeball is going to make it only half kill you.
I don't know if it would work on him, to be honest. I don't think it would work on him.
Works
So
on,
I don't think we should test
organic.
It
Works on the organic flesh, doesn't it?
He's going to like look at you guys and like, please don't tell him that. He's actually quite sensitive. He thinks he's a person.
For those of you who have experienced the basilisk, roll a history check for me.
hold up.
Yes, my Steel Defender has an existential crisis.
15.
Ooh, 21.
21?
14.
Okay.
18.
Alright, for those of you who rolled 15 and above, you guys basically figured that it won't affect anything that is not organic. So, for something that is not technically living, a basilisk stare cannot turn it to stone.
Am I even over at the table with them? I meant to settle at the bar. I shouldn't have rolled that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Like, you're alone at the bar, but they're probably, like, still close by that you're like, oh, God, shut up. You know?
That's exactly what she's like.
But at this point, what is all of your passive perceptions?
14.
Don't even take mine. Scraps is better than mine.
Okay, so I'll go down.
How do you know? How do you know that?
Are you on D&D Beyond?
No, we did not make her on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So your passive perception should be 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go down the line. So Candela, you got 14?
Yes.
Junk and Scrap, what are your passive perceptions?
So actually, mine's is better than I thought. We both, me and Scrap, have 15.
15. Darwin?
11.
11. Fractum, what is your passive perception?
10.
10. Okay. Calypso.
14.
14. Inge.
9.
9. And Ariel.
14.
14. Okay.
You're
So,
with
Junk and
minus
Scrap,
-1.
you guys, for some reason, you guys are the only ones who notice this, but a kind of a slim figure comes in through the door. They've got like this cloak kind of around their shoulders and their head. They're trying to be sneaky about coming in here. It's more of a feminine form, fairly young from what you can tell. And they've walked in and they've sat at the bar quietly and ordered a drink.
Who noticed?
Junk and Scrap.
Okay. So I got told by everybody we were to take an uncommon item, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so just reading this. Da-da-da-da-dum. Okay, so I would like to use my finder's goggles.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I get to identify the aura of the. I get to identify the aura of a creature.
Okay.
I make a wisdom insight check, which is pretty. Well, that's good because I've got that.
Okay.
It's a DC 13, which I just get on the nose. That's a bad roll.
Nice.
I learn the creature's type, and if I want to, I can immediately use the goggles to cast Locate Creature to find the creature if it ever leaves my sight. So, yeah, I get to learn its type.
Okay. Yeah, so what you can tell by using the goggles is that this is a light fire phoenix. And
Okay.
it is female. And yeah.
I'm gonna So if I'm sitting down, right, who would be next? Who would be next to me? I know I've got Scrap on one side.
Probably Inge or Fractum.
Right. Okay. So I'll like kind of nudge at Inga, and then like so these goggles are like comic huge. They're like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like nudge at Inga and then like kind of point over at the things and just be like, that one is very, very sus.
Ooh, okay, we should tell the elk dad.
Elk dad.
Okay. At that point, I'll lean over and be like, "Oi, elk dad."
Candela
Darwin?
almost spits out her tea and starts laughing.
Darwin like responds, and upon responding, he's like, "Wait, why am I? Fuck! What?
That one over there at the bar, weird cloak thingy, yeah. That's a.
He said, Junk said they're sus. Junk said they're sus.
Yeah, they're very sus. Very, very sus.
Sus?
Suspicious.
Oh, sorry. It's short for suspicious. Sorry, get with the lingo, old geezer.
Once
I
again,
just like-
Candela almost spits out her tea.
Oh.
Darwin turns to Candela just with a look of like a sneers, like, "You're fucking enjoying this, aren't you?"
Oi, no, not that one. Not that one. That one over there.
I know which one you.
He's gonna look looking at Scrap like, look, am I speaking common? Like you can understand me, yeah? Yeah. I thought so. Oh,
Junk, I understand what you mean. And it will turn towards the cloak figures.
Okay.
And,
Are you trying to get their attention, or are you trying to stay like quiet?
I'm not trying to get their attention, but I'm definitely like noticeably turning my head, just noticing their presence.
All right, make a investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Might as well, like, if I can like recognize the cloak.
Make an investigation check.
19.
Okay. Darwin, you catch this glimpse under the hood of cherry red hair, light skin, and a particularly black piece of hair that you recognize to be King Theodoric's daughter, Kira.
I rolled a
She
60.
is trying very hard to not be seen.
Down's going to turn to the group. 1 moment, please. And Down will go towards that direction.
Before you do that, Ariel. What did you
16.
Get? 16? Yeah, the cloak specifically is very drab. It's not of any like value really. It's just kind of something you can get off the street. But the clothes that you can just kind of take a glimpse at, they're on the nicer side.
What was the princess's name again? Sorry.
Kira.
Down will go like to the bar, like nearest Kira.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like throw his voice towards her direction. For someone who's trying not to be seen, your hair shade is very, very obvious.
She jumps at your voice and goes, Abner's holy antlers. Oh my god. she like pulls the hood over her head more and just goes, no. God damn it.
Yes.
Candela just pops up beside her out of nowhere. Hi.
Hey. How are you?
Sneaking out again?
No.
Inside check on this bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're really bad at this, princess.
That's a dirty 20.
No, she rolled a 5 for deception.
Yeah, I rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah, you can tell she is lying through her teeth. She does not want to be in the castle right now. She has snuck out. She is out here for a day of fun by herself.
You know, I'm pretty sure that you yourself have the money to acquire magical items to make you not look like yourself.
Yeah.
Food for thought next time.
I'm not allowed to have those, though.
I'm going to hold up the little bit of metal and go, that's rough, buddy.
But she hears it in Candela's voice.
Yeah.
It's Candela's voice. It's a recording of Candela going, that's
rough, buddy.
You'd think you'd be better at this by now, Kira.
You'd think. You would think.
I told you I would lend you my sister's dress. It would fit you. It's the same color as the cloak. But
I don't care about those things. Like, look, I'm trying to enjoy some time by myself because I kind of want to have a little bit of alone time when people are not always up my ass about what I'm doing every day. It's just some time for me. So if I could have this time for me, that'd be great.
Well,
and she pauses and goes, wait a minute. Aren't you guys supposed to be somewhere?
Well, we decided to pop off we were supposed to be met. One of the councilmen supposed to come get us. Oh, wait.
No, you were meant directly to go to the castle.
I'm the councilman. I forgot.
Nice one.
I didn't forget.
Darwin immediately turns to Ariel with a death glare, just fucking.
Look.
Really?
I also was expecting to see that other bardic friend, but she's not able to join us. So finish your drinks, finish your food, and we'll head along.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave
This was real smooth, very thought out. Nice.
At least I got my spicy wings.
Councilman I told her to look out for is the one who comes looking for me most of the time. So if we see him, then we've really overstayed our welcome.
Right.
You're a princess.
She pulls on the hood more.
Darwin immediately goes to drunk.
Is this like sign language? Do I not know this one? He thinks it's like some form of saying he doesn't go out, so he's gonna look at like the princess thing that's like a formal greeting and go.
She looks at you like, what?
He's new in town.
He's new in outside, I think.
Great. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Okay, bye. She like runs
Bye,
Have fun
princess.
storming the castle.
Bye, princess. Did you see that? We're moving up in the world, Scrap. We're meeting royalty.
Junk, I don't think that's supposed to be something you're just going to say, because when Darren looked over, he looked mean, so I think that was a bad.
Which one's
At
dead?
least-
Oh, do you mean Elk Dad?
Yes, Elk Dad. Elk
It's
Dad.
Gowan. Darian is a god.
Elk Dad, same thing.
Please don't let that stick. Please don't let that stick.
Oh,
brother.
it's going to stick.
It is sticking.
It is far too late for that, friend.
If it sticks too,
by
if
the
it
four stags, help me.
if it sticks too much, if you rub peanut butter on it, it'll come right out.
Really? Would that not make
That
it
would
worse?
be a sight.
Darwin,
Wait, what is peanut butter?
Darwin turns to
Delicious.
Calypso and looks over with a. Is this really what you go through?
She turns her back on you.
That's a cold yes.
I'm just going. You know what's coming. I'm just going to appear up next to Darwin after she turns his back, and I'm just go. That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Right.
Congratulations, Darwin. It will haunt your dreams as well.
I need to roll an impulse roll.
I'm just saying right now, if you hurt
Hey,
me,
Hannah, do you want hot chocolate?
if you hurt me, that like
Yes.
Scrap will attack.
Darwin's gonna go. Hey, can I see that thing?
No, it's mine.
Please.
What do you think? Should we trust him? You're not really all that helpful today, are you? Yeah, okay.
I quickly intercept it before Darwin can grab it.
roll.
No.
Okay, what do I roll?
Just a straight D20, both of you. Whoever gets higher.
19!
92.
Okay.
What the
My
fuck?
dex is a +2, though.
+3.
Okay, Dallin wins.
So like, he'll snatch it and sees Candela's attempted interception. Just no.
Give it back.
I'm not going to do anything to it.
No, it's all right. Don't worry. It's fine. I'm going to use magical tinkering to disattach to that one and put it on another one. Hold up another one and go. That's rough, buddy.
I do
My
love
God.
artifices.
There is no limit to how many times I can do this, as long as only 5 items are active. Let's go.
I think you're fighting a losing battle there, Darwin. We're just going to have to deal with it.
Can we just go?
Calypso just gets up and starts walking out the door towards
Yeah.
where the
Yeah,
palace.
I'm already-
I'm
already on Scrap's
skips
back.
after Calypso.
I'm already on Scrap's back. Let's go.
All right, Cranky Pants, out we go.
Darwin like takes the rest of his ale and just fucking downs it.
Okay. So you guys all start heading towards the castle, right?
It's not
Yeah.
easy being a single dad.
All right. So as you guys come up to the castle, the guards kind of stand there and they look at you funny for a second, but then see that Ariel is there and with the really fancy clothing, and they just look at all of you and like, oh, you're that group, and they let you in
Mm-hmm.
to the palace.
Wait, I don't. And Darwin says this all audibly to Ariel. Wait, I don't know if that's said as a bad thing or a good thing.
Probably both.
Uh,
Look at me like that every time I come in. So somewhere in between.
Great.
So you guys walk in, just absolutely gorgeous. This whole building, this whole castle is just beautiful, made of stone, and all of the windows are stained glass, and they like shine these gorgeous like rainbows and reds and stuff like that on the floor. Yes, yes. John.
What type of stone?
Stone, like
Alright,
just
so-
like
So
carved
it's,
from the mountain.
so it's not concrete.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Like actual like rocks, like
okay.
made from the mountain.
Hard
rocks.
stone.
Fuck yeah, come here.
I won't
Now
stop
I
until
understand
I
why
say
you
it.
asked.
I won't stop until I get to say it in character. I will do whatever I can to say this in character.
Okay, so yeah, you guys walk in, and then you guys come into the throne room. It's empty at the moment, except for a messenger who's standing kind of at the base of the platform for the thrones. And they wait there and they just say, "Oh, welcome, travelers. The king will be seeing you in just a moment. I believe he is taking care of something, but if you would just wait here for a moment, I will go and tell him that you have arrived, and he will leave the room, which will give me time to go to the bathroom." So
Candela
Okay.
finds the closest pillar that she can, climbs up on it, sits down, and reads her book. She's
Okay.
probably 50 feet up in
going
the
to
air now.
immediately rush up to the throne and sit on it.
Oh no! God damn it!
I'm
here we
immediately
go.
sitting on itself.
Going
I
to
don't
the
care. I
throne.
want to go on it.
Inga, no, Inga, get
Right.
off the throne.
I want to go and use.
Stop me. You cannot stop me. It's a big chair. It is a
I
big
wanna-
chair, and I want to sit on the big chair.
I want to go use magic tinkering on the seat of the throne to make it make a fart noise.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. Does
All right.
Hannah have to do anything for that? Because she is not here at the moment.
I don't know.
Uh,
It just says
wait.
I touch things and make them make noises.
I love that.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well.
Okay.
All right, bet.
I'm gonna run a minute ad break on Twitch. See if I can make any
Nice.
sort of money.
And I'm gonna continue making her chocolate.
Oh, I want hot chocolate.
I'm gonna drink Iron Brew.
I just
I want
want,
hot chocolate.
I just want some sanity.
I think I'm gonna
Especially
make
after-
some hot chocolate and put some booze in it.
Yeah. I wonder if I can wash out my hair real quick. Because it's been more than 30 minutes.
Nope. No, you cannot. Anna is
if
back.
you need to, go ahead and do it.
Alright, I'm gonna go rinse out my hair real quick.
Also, double checked. I can't do that to the throne. It's not a tiny object.
Oh man. Hannah, Ingir runs up to the throne immediately and sits on it.
I wanted, in all fairness, it's better than what I wanted to do, Hannah. I wanted to use magical tinkering on the throne to make it make a fart noise.
I will just say one thing. I absolutely love Junk because okay, the energy between Junk and Ingerd is so cute. It's like the steampunk clueless smart person and then the water's clueless idiot. Like you don't know anything about the world, but you're actually smart. I don't know anything about the world except I'm literally stupid.
I didn't even pick an alignment for Junk. I literally just wrote Deadpool.
I love that. I love that.
See, I'm just surprised, but also very glad that I have. Oh my gosh, the most rainbow of all like collective characters. Holy crap! Everybody is so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is a colorful cast of characters.
Welcome to the. This is my band of idiots. Okay.
All right.
Exactly.
What do you contribute to this team? Soundboard.
What do you contribute? I'm the tired fucking dad.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know what Inga
I
contributes.
love this
Probably
so much.
unnecessary chaos. Unnecessary mishaps.
At this point,
Oh, I love this so
Darwin
much.
is still scolding Inga, just like, get off the throne. It's not yours.
She's like holding onto the handles, like, no, this is my seat now.
Don't make me come over there.
What are you going to do? Headbutt me? Kick me off?
I might.
That is illegal. I am a child.
What's even worse than antlers? A child.
A child.
No.
Inga, you have 5 seconds.
Oh no, I have a timer now. I'm the one sitting on the chair and you're down there. I have the high ground.
I'm literally in the tank.
Meanwhile-
for that. I'm in the
I'm
tank.
living in a tank and you're not.
Meanwhile, Candela is 50 feet up in the air, perched on a fucking pillar, just reading a book.
As Darren is going to say, as Darwin is going to say, you've got 5 seconds. Scraps is going to start going.
Rude.
Okay.
Okay.
Ariel just standing there with a big shit-eating grin on his face, like, oh, this is wonderful.
At this point, King Theodoric walks into the room, looking regal as ever, crown on his head, dark hair, green eyes, and sees Inga in his throne. He has the most, like, stoic face in the world. He just stares down at you and goes,
She looks up and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you live here?" Like, just completely genuine. Like, "Oh, are you the one? Are you this
Inga-
place?"
Inga, may I present to you King Theodoric? That's his
Oh.
chair.
Oh, this is your chair. This is awkward then. Hi, I can see why you like it. It's very big and comfortable. And then she like slides off of it.
Because Theodoric is pretty tall. He's just like this towering phoenix over her. Just like, I'm gonna go over here now.
At this point,
he's tall.
At this point, does Theodoric see Darwin's just expression of?
Yeah, he watches Inga slink away and sees Darwin.
You just
shares in that frustration.
You just hear distant giggling from 50 feet up in the air.
Yeah, he hears that. He looks straight up at you, Candela, like straight in the eyes, and just goes,
At least I wasn't in your chair. Okay. Just fucking 3-point superhero landing to the ground as I leap down.
Let's
Before
kill her
you
on the
ask-
knees.
Before you ask, Your Majesty, no, I did not attempt at all to get them off of those places. They wouldn't have listened to me anyway.
King Theodoric just goes, oh, Darion, bless me, and sits down in his throne and takes
Hannah,
a
wait.
big breath.
I have your hot chocolate, but I have a lot to take upstairs, so can you just give me
She's on her way. She just zoomed out of the chair.
She just
You want to see
she's
some
on her way.
good speed, bitch?
I have the door open.
Okay, it's still gonna take me a while because
Yeah,
not
you're
only
good.
do I have the tripod, I also brought down my dice just in case something happened, and I have a water bottle and 2 hot chocolates. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't worry
have to
about
take
it.
a couple trips.
Since
Don't
when
worry
have you been to Chernobyl?
Partridge in a pear
So what?
tree.
Since when have you been to Chernobyl? Because I swear, like, you need multiple arms for that shit like that.
So King Theodoric sits in his throne and just sighs very deeply and looks at you, Dowan, and just goes, "Hi, Dowan."
Hi.
You mean his name's not actually Elkdad?
It's a long story, Your Majesty.
Dad would just go, raise his hand and go, just don't ask.
Fair enough. And at this point, the Queen Malka, comes in from the other side, and sits next to King Theodoric, and just gingerly places her hand on his and like pats it very like, "I'm sorry, honey," you know, like that kind of a thing. Thank you. I love you.
Junk's going to lean into Darwin like, so if that one's the king, does that mean that one's the queen?
Yes, you are correct.
Right. And are we allowed to call them king and queen? Or is it like the princess where we've not to say princess?
If you're in the castle, you can call them king and queen.
Right. And I've not to call you Elkdad.
No, please continue calling him Elkdad.
Don't encourage him.
I encourage chaos.
Ariel is just like, he's trying so hard not to laugh.
He's just going to look at Darwin and be like, got it.
Your Grace, Your Majesty, you called for us, including our new compatriot and his metallic friend.
Yes, I did. Welcome to the new faces that I see. So, as a few of you have known, there was an attack in the capital, Linden's, not too long ago, a few weeks ago. That set fires to buildings, and this was of concern when I heard it from Mariah. Dowan, you were there, you were present, correct?
We were all present, apart from Junk and Scrap, and that's... We assisted as much as we could. We believe that there is a group known as the Liegemen behind this.
Ariel takes out a piece of parchment that has the mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on to this for a while.
He'll take it and he'll show it to his wife, and she'll look it over and go, "This is nothing that I have ever seen before. We've only heard of this very recently. A lot of our citizens are concerned since an attack like this has not been heard of in thousands of years. Our peace has been quite stable. And if the people are coming up to riot, some of our citizens are very concerned for their well-being if they will get caught in such riot. So we've called you to kind of explain what did you see? What did you experience? What happened exactly? We want first-hand accounts.
Well, first I was in a race and then everything was on fire. Well, not everything. It was just one building. Sorry, Candela's actually... Paige is processing whether Candela was helping with the fire or catching the bandit right now. I think Candela helped with the fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think she helped with the fire, too.
Yeah.
Calypso helped with the bandit, I know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Myself,
Candela,
Calypso.
Dowan, and Inga helped with the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, those of us that went up putting out the fire tracked down the culprit, a young Brightwood elf. She was vague in her answers, though she claimed to only be a humble mercenary, though after a bit more prodding, that facade sort of fell away. She claimed that there were more to their cause than we can imagine, and that this is for reasons we could not fathom. And
King Theodoric like rubs his temple, thinking it over really deeply. Dallin, you haven't seen King Theodoric look this serious or like stressed out in a long time.
Yeah.
He just goes. So this most likely won't be a one-time incident.
likely not.
Which is why I have a feeling you want us to get to the root of this organization and snuff it out.
Yes, that's partially what I've asked you to do. Is I wanted to ask you all if I could rely on your help. Not only did you help us when Fire Falls had that strange phenomenon, but you also helped with the fires. I believe that you all are more than capable to help figure out what exactly is going on here, if that is something that you guys are willing to help with.
Well, I'm not sure if Calypso is willing to help, but I am.
You know where my loyalties lie, your liege.
Theodoric,
I have nothing better to do.
The reason is
Theodoric,
any.
you're the closest thing I consider to a friend. Of course, you have my support.
And you don't.
Candela looks to Dallin with just the shocked look on her face. And then looks away with
Thank you.
pout.
That's rough, buddy.
Even the DM! Damn it!
Junk's gonna look at Scraps like, what do you think? Help him out? Scraps is gonna like, and Junk will just go, alright. Me and Rust Nuts are in.
I will always come to my people's defense. You know that.
There
Yeah,
is.
Yeah, I have nothing better to do, so okay, I'll tag along.
Good reason as any.
Yes, get the hot chocolate. Get the hot chocolate.
Queen Malka will like pat her husband's shoulder very lovingly and then speak again and go, there is one other thing of concern that we have experienced. We aren't sure exactly what it's going to entail, but we have found some cryptic writing in one of our cities on a wall that is of great concern, considering what it had said.
What did it say?
From what I can remember and what it was told to me was, quote, down with the false, rise in the truth. We're not sure who wrote this. We don't know who wrote it. We don't know when. It was just discovered maybe yesterday.
Correct.
We called you days prior, but this was so recent that we need to bring it up now.
Where was it found? The writing.
Not too far from here, maybe about 5 minutes from the Hot Wings Tavern, heading east.
Does
At
the
least we
phrasing
know.
sound familiar at all?
Does what?
The phrasing sound familiar? Does it sound like it could be from a writing or anything?
Not that you would know of.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should inspect the area to see if there's any clues as to who or what did this. and possibly the organization in which was the language in common or was it in a different language?
It was in common.
It sounds like cult shit to me.
Here for the cult stuff?
DM, how vast was the knowledge at the library and the monastery? Like, did they have, like, history of the entire kingdoms?
They had a vast knowledge of history, very old books and things like that. Nothing strikes your memory specifically. This seems like it is on its own. It's out of place. You wouldn't have read anything like this in your books.
Okay. Nothing's jarring my memory from what I've learned at the monastery. I've read all sorts of cryptic shit.
What did it say again? Down with the falls, out with the truth?
Down with the false,
down with
rise
the false,
in the truth.
rise in the truth.
I didn't learn anything about funny words.
That much is clear.
You say that again, mate. You say that again, mate. I'll turn you into an ornament.
Well, at least make it in bronze and make me look pretty.
I don't think I've got enough bronze for that.
Oh well.
Malka will go.
It's take a bloody lot, that's for sure.
Well,
I heard that, Malka.
And Malka like turns her head like to collect herself.
What was that?
Even King Theodoric is like, I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to go check out the scribblings on that wall.
King Theodoric will pipe up and say, "Yes, if you could do that, that would be wonderful." Also, I do need a favor, Dowen. If I could speak to you for a moment, and he'll stand up from his throne and just kind of away from the group.
Damon will follow and have a very suspicious look on his face towards Theodoric.
Candela just looks at the rest of the group. Well, if they're gonna go chat, I'm gonna go check out the wall. And she starts to head out of the palace.
Junk and Scrap are going to follow Candela.
Yeah, I want to follow too.
All the kids just go.
Yes! Children unaccompanied.
Oh
Children
no, they're left
unaccompanied by
unsupervised.
adults.
Right, I'm sorry, but the 3 children walked in the same direction. I did not go with them.
Oh, like your funny words, Magic Man.
Roll me a religion check, Calypso.
Those are gonna be Sarah's most despised words.
What?
Both favorite and most frustrating words to her.
Your god is about to smiteth you.
With this isn't a save, right? This is just religion.
No, it's just religion.
17.
17. All right. Yeah, you hear Darion's voice in your head, and he goes, "Go and make sure that they're safe." He's referring to the children.
I'm aware. I'm also they're fucking children.
Oh, I like your funny words, Magic
And
Man.
she might still stay lingering in the throne room a bit.
Calypso.
I fucking hate kids.
Calypso, do what the Magic Man in the sky says.
Do what the magic spicy chicken says.
Fine, I'll follow the crotch goblins.
Okay.
Uriel is actually going to dip out of the way to with his cloak, with his duster and his other thing, and his quiver, he's going to duck into his air quote office, and he will rejoin everyone in his actual armor and proper clothing. It's like, oh, good. I don't have to. So this is done. We're good. We're done. Good. I'm changing. Me out of this monkey suit.
Superman in a telephone box.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Superman in a telephone box. He just comes back out, and when he comes back to this group, he looks like the regular shabby old hermit that he always does, except with neater hair because he had to fix his hair. Oh, that's much better.
So everybody has walked out.
I'm not sure what Fractum's doing, but I know the kids have left.
Yeah, where are the kids going? Where's the chaos kids going?
Oh, we're gonna go check out the wall. But I figured
The wall,
I
yes.
figured the DM is gonna have that moment with Darwin first before we do the wall thing.
Yeah, we'll have that in a moment.
Yep.
So Dallin, King Theodoric leads you over kind of more quietly, not in a secret room or anything, but he speaks low, and he pulls out a piece of parchment from his shirt that's rolled up and sealed with his official king seal, which is of a feather that's on fire, and a crown on top.
Guessing once down sees the seal, he knows, oh shit, that's serious.
It is. It's very serious. It's very serious.
You don't usually give me those.
I don't, but this isn't for you. And he hands it over to you. And he says, I need you to keep this safe for me. You know, I wouldn't entrust anyone with something like this unless it was dire and necessary.
I'm guessing this is intending to be openly sealed by a very particular person.
Yes. Now, there's someone in the city Ember that I need that message to be given to. And he talks really quietly. He goes, his name is Daresh, and he works in the tavern in Ember. I need you to give him that quietly and securely. I don't mind if your party knows about it, but no one else can know that is going to him.
Does the name Diversh ring any bells to Darwin?
Daresh.
Daresh, sorry.
Roll me history.
If this is black market shit. History? Ooh. 16.
16? You know that Daresh, his name has been spoken around specifically by Theodoric and Malka. Nobody else really speaks about him though, but they hold Daresh in high regard from what you can tell.
Can I roll an insight as well, just to, so that Darwin can kind of gauge the utmost seriousness of this thing?
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Yeah, this is serious. Theodoric doesn't give messages with wax seals very often, and when they do, it's serious. And especially if he's entrusting a message to you to give to another person, that's real important. This is secret Kingsman shit.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnels through the mountain.
He'll put the message in his pouch.
Mm-hmm. By
the 4 stags, it will be done.
Thank you. And he claps a hand on your shoulder, and he goes, you know, I wouldn't ask this of you unless it was of great importance.
Of course. By the way, and down like just as she was own bed, you're getting a little salt and pepper in there, man.
I know. The stress doesn't help either.
Also, you might want to. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm really terrible with names today. What's the princess's name again?
Yeah.
Kira. You might want to check on Kira.
Oh my god, Darwin's a grass.
Theodore.
That one's a fucking snitch.
He
Mike,
really be snitching. Oh,
Mike,
He be snitching.
mate, don't you know stitches get snitches?
But before Theodore gives time to react, give her today.
Theodore just goes. She's out again, wasn't she?
Give her today. And
All right. I'll give her today.
at the end of the day, she is just a kid, and she wants to be one. So maybe a little bit more freedom.
It's not that I don't give her freedom. It's there's a lot that goes into ruling, and I can tell she gets frustrated. And it doesn't help that she's now of age and soon will have to be looking for someone to partner her up with. That's going to be a hard conversation to have.
I like the sound of Prince Junk. Eligible.
Oh boy.
Darwin returns.
I wish that there was rum in
the
this.
vibe we've created for the studio.
Darwin returns the pat on Theodoric's shoulder. You are handling that on your own. I'm not helping you with that one.
Oh, Junk's not there. I said that out of character.
No.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Got you now.
Yeah, he'll say that to Theodoric's like, you're on your own with that one.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Good luck tying down a free spirit.
Thank you for your help.
No worries at all. And
Please
no, you go.
Keep an eye and ear out for anything. If you hear anything, send me a message. Let me know. It would be of great importance. So.
Of course. And Daryl will turn to Malka.
Mm.
As always, it's a pleasure to see you, my lady.
It's always a pleasure to see you as well. You're always welcome at our court.
Well, at least you have the doorways big enough for me. Most people don't usually get centaurs, and ducking hurts my back.
Yeah, well, we try to keep things as open as possible here in Ashkala.
And you do a fantastic job. Right, both of you, do what you need to do, and I'll do what I need to do.
Theodoric will pull you in for like a big hug.
Yep. Darren will return the hug and just cheekily because how tall is Theodoric?
Theodoric is fairly tall. Like he's like 6 foot.
So Darren's definitely still taller, and even then Darren will kind of like pick him up a little bit and like
just goes, really? Do you have to patronize me like that?
Oh, any chance I can do this to a king, I will gladly do so.
He'll slap you on the shoulder and go, "You're a great friend. Good luck. And tell your party Mayor Wildheart run free." And he turns around.
I will do indeed.
Goes back to his duties and takes Queen Malka by the arm, and they head off.
And Darwin will go back to the children and pray that Calypso has not killed them all.
I mean, she's at least thinking about it.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
I'm not going through my spell list. What are you talking about?
Ma'am, don't get me started today.
I mean, whole person is always a good one.
Stay still.
I absolutely have that one. I absolutely have that one prepared. Are you kidding?
You can cast that on multiple people, can't you?
Have you met Calypso?
I don't think she can have multiple people yet. She's only level 3.
I don't know, but for future reference.
Yeah.
I think
Future.
she used it on the She used it on the arsonist.
Yes.
Yeah. Should. Freeze, bitch.
It's one
Fucking.
of the ones that she keeps in her repertoire. Although clerics get to switch their spells out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Darwin's heading off. So we can cut to them.
Meet up with the group. Alright, what are y'all doing?
The children?
Yes, the children.
We're looking at the wall.
Yeah, Candela is in research mode now. Very,
Alright.
because one of her personality traits is she loves a good mystery. So she's very focused on studying this wall, and she has her journal out and she's taking notes.
Yeah, so you guys find the wall, exactly where the King and Queen said, east of the tavern. And you come up to the wall. It's huge, like huge handwriting, and it's been crudely written, like carved into the wall. It's it looks like it was hastily done, from what you can tell. But roll me an investigation for any further details.
Okay. I also roll on that. I got proficiency.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, that's
Investigation,
tasty.
you said?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, that's tasty.
I'm supposed to
Let me
be
see if
the
I can find a
researcher! 4.
Oh, wait.
22?
13?
19.
19?
Yep.
Is Oriel with us?
Yeah, he showed up not long after y'all left. He
Alright,
wasn't
I
that
had
far
no
behind you. He Superman changed and came after you.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
had no idea.
And I lingered.
He now looks
for a
like an
while.
actual ranger.
I lingered for a good while before
Nice.
being forcibly removed, and then walked as slowly as possible. So I'm still not there.
Okay.
Uriel passed you on the way. Is like, I'm not in this. He looks at you. Nah. He's like, I'm not gonna say anything. You take your time. I don't give a shit.
Junk like totally chills, and then like flips like his goggles down, and like starts scanning the area.
Okay.
Like, I don't mean like he's actually like scanning. I mean like he's looking over the area.
Yeah.
Just like,
Remind me what you rolled?
22.
Jeez.
I got a +7 investigation.
Who else? Well, Candela, you got 4. Inga, what did you get?
I got, well, okay, hang on. It was 9 plus 4, which I believe is 13.
Yep.
Yeah, 13.
Yes, okay.
And Ariel, are you there
Math
too?
is not my
Yeah,
strong
I
suit.
am. I am there looking, and I got a 19.
19. Okay, yeah, so Ariel and Junk, you guys noticed that fun for you. The wall is made of concrete.
Yeah, concrete.
Yay!
There you go.
We did it, everyone!
I'm going to
We
use
did
magical
it! We did it,
tinkering.
everybody!
I'm going to use magical tinkering. Fuck yeah, concrete. No, I'm joking. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
So the wall is made out of concrete. It was carved into the side of a building, just a normal like shop, from what you can tell. But the writing is very hasty. It was like hastily like carved into the wall. The handwriting is very sloppy, but it's still legible. From what you can tell around the area, it was done by maybe 2 people, just telling by the tracks on the floor.
At least 2.
Yeah, definitely 2 people. They made a rush job of it.
Oh, you didn't want to get caught. I wouldn't want to get caught defacing a building.
Candela's just standing there feeling stupid now.
Can I see how big is the size difference in the feet?
For me, what you can tell, one is like bigger than the other.
So this one here, bigger, maybe heavier.
What you can tell is that they are both the same kind of boots, so you can't tell whether they were male or female.
Well, they're wearing the same types of boot. That can probably point towards maybe a similar profession or same point of class system.
Candela's just listening to them and taking notes.
Wait, you guys have found tracks? Are there any differences in species that you can tell? Like maybe the foot pattern is different because of a centaur or something?
No, definitely not centaur. They at least
Okay.
they at least only have 2 legs.
Okay.
Centaur don't bother wearing boots.
I mean, if you try hard enough, they could probably wear boots. They just need to stuff it a little bit.
That's fair, but then we were looking for the only centaur in town with boots on.
That's funny.
Also, if it was a centaur, then surely the prints would be in matching perpendiculars of 4 rather than 2.
That's fair.
Well, that's what I was asking, if they were a centaur with those foot patterns on the ground, but they were just wearing boots.
As they're talking,
But they look normal.
As they're talking, Candela just wants to look down at the tracks and just kind of follow where they go.
Yeah, okay. Roll me another investigation check.
Oh, that's definitely better. 18.
18? Okay, yeah. So you can tell that they head west, from what you can tell. But as soon as it gets into the main street line, they've been trampled since then because everyone normal morning traffic and stuff, so you can't tell exactly where they may have led past that point. You can tell that it went west, but where exactly they led off to, the dirt has been trampled over since then.
Well, shit.
It's a direction, at least. Are we able to tell what tool was used to make the carving?
From what you could probably tell, it's just kind of maybe a knife or a sculptor's tool. It's something crude. It's not very you can't really tell.
Mm-hmm. So it's not very deep.
Yeah, it's not too deep, but it's definitely there.
Jonka's going to be mad judgmental. He's going to be like, should have used the right tool for the job.
It's true, but it speaks to whoever has it. If we find someone with a busted up knife, that might be something. But I don't know if it would be a stonemason would have definitely used the right tool. It would have gotten it. It would have been much cleaner. But it's someone, probably common folk, my guess. It's the same type of boot It's either because they're in the same line of work, or they bought it at the same place.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So they may be, you said same class. That might also be how they're being targeted as far as recruitment.
Candella's gonna try to do a rough sketch in her journal of the boot print.
Do I
I'm assuming at this point I've caught up, right?
Yeah, at this point, Calypso, you've caught up, and Dowen as well.
Oh, out of you all join us. We found boot prints about the same type of boot. One's larger, one's smaller. Candela has them leading westward, but they got trampled by the road. I think she's trying to sketch the boot print. These it was made with whatever they had on hand, probably a knife, maybe a sculptor's tool, but it's roughly done, sloppily hurried. Chunk and I concur that it may be the similarity of the boots may recall to where they have a standing here. I know where I don't know whether they have what we would call a slum, but the lower income districts. Although, knowing of the layout of the city, would that particular, like a lower income district, would that be westward from where we are?
No, it would be more southern.
Okay.
Yeah, they got rednecks.
What districts are westward from here?
Specifically, the cities that are more westward are Flint and Coquina. Like those are, and then also Great Star, but that's like more in White Pearl Waters, like Siren territory.
Yeah, well, I mean, like in this city, what sort of district or what part of the city is west from here, or is it like the edge of town?
I mean, the castle is northward, so westward would be more of the outskirts of the city. Like more towards the more towards like the mountain areas.
So is there the tracks are leading out? Like it looks like they could be leading out of town.
It could look that way, but you're not quite sure.
Not entirely sure. Okay. Well, that way is a few shops and out in the outskirts. I don't know if they would have stuck around in town if they had done this.
Maybe
we follow the tracks. We might find the people.
The tracks get muddled at the street.
Maybe we should look into the stonemasons.
Stonemason would have done a better job than this. They would have had the right tools. This was done crudely. Not a bad shout, but it's...
Well, stonemasons have apprentices.
Just a shot in the dark. Is there any way I can try and figure out what kind of tool it was?
He's more accustomed to tools.
Roll me an intelligence check, Junk, for that.
Righty. Yay, the thing I'm good at. Yay, the thing I'm good at. I am not hopeful on this one, guys. 16.
16?
Yeah. Not great.
Well, that type of tool that you could guess was probably some kind of like kind of like a screwdriver, like a Phillips head, not Phillips head, like a flathead screwdriver, something of the sort.
I'm gonna go up and kind of have a closer look at the kind of grooves that have been made.
Yeah.
And I kind of run my hand along it and lick my finger, and like pull out like some random little bits and bobs and hold it up, you know. And they're just like, he has no idea what he's doing. He's just trying to look like he does. And then just go like, yeah, that was made with a flathead. Probably some kind of like chisel or screwdriver or something like that. I know those grooves anywhere. Anywhere I would.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Insight this little shit.
Junk, are you trying to
He's not lying.
so roll persuasion?
He looked at it and saw a screwdriver. He just wanted to make it look as if he was more mysterious.
Well, that's a nat 20. That's a 22. It's a natural 20.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
He's not lying. It's a screwdriver that was used. It's a flathead.
Yeah. So yeah, you can tell he knows what he's talking about. He's not lying about the screwdriver part, but everything else was just for show.
Well, we'll at least look into the screwdriver or something flat. Well, Darwin, you might get your way after all. I think we should, at the very least, check on the apprentices of the stonemasons. But if they are heading out of town, we could certainly find out if any of them are missing.
Darwin will turn to Candela. You made sketches of the blueprints, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you make them to life size, or did you miniaturize them?
I mean, I can try and make them to life size.
If you could, that would be grand.
Okay. And she starts trying to sketch them to life size.
Okay.
That way we can go to the any apprentices and match their boots.
Well, I was also thinking this may be a long shot. Go to the local cobbler, see if they sold any boots recently that match this footprint. Maybe they have records of the customer they sold them to.
Maybe they came together.
Also, I forgot to tell you this, Gowan. The city Ember, of which you were told about, is east of Aldebaran.
Okay, so completely opposite directions.
Yeah.
Alright.
Junk's gonna point at Candela and go, now see her, she's smart, you should listen to her.
Yeah, it's... I wouldn't say it's so much smart, just... It's an idea.
It's a good idea. And Darren ruffles her hair.
She tries to fix it.
I like how you do that. I like how you do that. You're the sprout on your head just kind of goes crazy.
Well, may I propose then that some of us go to the stonemasons and some of us go to the cobblers?
Sounds like a plan.
I don't like shoes, so I'll go to the stonemason.
I'll hit the group of the stonemasons. I've worked with them before. They might not be able to.
I have the shoe sketch, so I'll go to the cobblers.
I'll help the stonemasons.
I'll go with Candela.
Okay.
Calypso, Fractum, what do you want to do?
I want us to make a decision and move on.
So, Inge, Ariel, and who else is going to the stonemason?
Junk.
And Junk, okay.
Where's
And the rest
Fractum
of you
going?
are going to the cobblers?
Well, Calypso doesn't want to go anywhere.
Oh, Calypso said just make up your fucking minds. Basically. She doesn't give a shit.
Oh, Candela's gonna cross her arms, look at Calypso. Well, which direction are you heading then?
I don't care.
Fine,
Yeah,
then you come over with us.
Junk is going to look at Scraps and go, I know, she is a mean old lady.
She's gonna get down really close with a very cold smile and just go, "You have no idea, child."
You're right. I couldn't guess your age if I tried.
And Candela will bring her quarterstaff off her back and kind of swing it down between them. There's no time for fighting right now. And just kind of wave it back and forth for them to back off from each other.
Wait, was that a fight? Did I win?
Come along, Junk. We have stonemasons to talk to.
So
Yes, sir,
something?
Mr. Yes, sir, Mr. Commander Counselor, sir.
Junk, you don't have the balls to get into a fight. You would never win, I don't think.
I don't fight.
What does
That's why I
Calypso want to
scrap.
do?
Okay, I am now calling y'all the brutally honest party.
What is it that
My
Calypso wants to
God.
do?
Whichever group seems smaller, should go with that one.
Go with the cobblers.
Okay. Just whichever seems like there's less of you.
And Fractum can go with whichever group they would like to go with.
I don't know if they're even there.
Fractum, are you there?
And
Fractum.
I'll give him a message.
He's there. He's
It's all right.
Friend.
For now, I think Fractum will go to the stonemasons.
they will be welcome to join us. Yes.
Everybody's welcome at the Stonemasons. Unless you're a Tory, at which point you're not.
Which is funny because most of the stonemasons, i.e. Freemasons, are Tory.
Alright, Mister, I'm part of a secret society.
It's a society with secrets. Like, yup.
That is some squeaky bum cheeks time right there. That is it, that is.
This is a legitimate question that I have because I am dumb. What exactly is a stonemason?
Stone carvers.
They help craft.
What, Carver?
They help craft building materials.
Okay, that's what it sounded like, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
harvest stuff.
stone is harvested from the quarry, they go to the stonemason to be shaped into the proper form so they can be put into buildings and statues and things like that.
Fuck yeah, concrete.
Okay, cool.
All right. I guess we will go ahead and do the cobblers first. So Darwin, Candela, and Calypso, you guys go to the cobblers. Once you step inside, it's fairly like homey and cozy in there. They got lots of leather in there, and you can smell like the adhesive, like the glue that they use, and all the thread. You can hear like some like really old kind of like sewing machines that you have to like pedal to get it to work and stuff like that. It smells fairly nice and warm, kind of like wood inside. Meanwhile, there's a male Brightwood elf with short brown hair and blue eyes, and he's buffing some shoes, and he like pops his head up and he's like, "Oh, hi, welcome, come on in. How are you guys today?" He's just working away.
Not too bad. We're hoping that you can help us. I don't know if you've heard, but there seem to be some vandalizing in one of the buildings not far from here.
Yeah, or so I've heard. And he kind of like puts the rag and slings it over his shoulder and puts the shoe away. He goes, yeah, what can I help you with?
Well, my some associates of mine have found some boot tracks, and my delightful monk friend here has a sketch of the boot tracks, and I was hoping that you could identify them and possibly give us a record of who you sold them to.
A tiny
Sure,
little monk just holds up her journal with the sketch on it.
Yeah, so he'll take a close look and he'll go, yeah, okay, and he gets out like little spectacles and stuff and takes a closer look and goes, well, that's not my work. Certainly, I can tell you that. It wasn't from my hands, and it certainly wasn't from my partners. And there's like a smaller, younger girl, who's a phoenix with a really cute like purple kita that she's wearing around her shoulders, and she's been sewing away at the and stuff. And she like pops her head up and goes, "Oh, hi," and goes back to her work. And he just goes, "Yeah, that's it's not my handiwork, but I wouldn't be surprised if you'd find it somewhere, maybe down in Creston, but I'm not certain."
Creston, you say?
Mm-hmm. Creston is the kingdom of Brightwood elves.
Well, thank you very much, kind sir.
Sure, anything to help.
Of course.
Can I insight check this guy? Can I insight check this guy?
Yeah.
Because I don't trust anybody. Because
yeah, no, fair, completely fair.
Oh my God! Stay on the table. That's a natural one.
Oh no!
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Yay!
On a natural one, that means he's lying.
Pass blindness, deafness now.
All right, you little shit. Tell us the truth.
Infinite. You wanna kill me? Where's the trigger?
Where is it?
Is there anything else that I can help you with today? We've got plenty of other shoes that you can take a look at if you're interested.
No, we're fine for now. We are.
All right.
This is a pretty important business, so we'll get out of your hair and the hair of your partners, and may your wild hearts run free.
May your wild hearts run free. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and come back again soon. And he turns and heads back to polishing the shoes. Meanwhile, we will cut over to our stonemason group, which is Junk, Ariel, and Inga.
Hey, we getting stoned.
Yeah, so you walk in and you see this centaur woman with really long dark hair that's braided down her back. She's wearing like a really cool like leather top, and she big, and she is like carving away at this like mural piece that from what you guys can see is a part of the story of Concordia. She is heavily into her work.
Watching her in awe.
Okay.
Yeah, Inga just watches in awe, like, oh my gosh, this giant woman. Holy crap. Beautiful, amazing, stunning.
All I want
totally
to do
simping.
is see you turn into a giant woman.
Junk is confused. Like, he's just like, I don't see the point. It can't move. It's a big bit of rock. Well, it's not like you. Like, you can move. It can't. It's rock.
Some people like their houses to look pretty, and so they come to her. Hello again.
She chinks away at the stuff. She's got like chiseling tools in her hands, and she just goes, huh? Oh, hey Ariel, how you doing? She's
Oh,
like,
back in town far too often. Could you have a minute?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. And she sets the tools down and like wipes away at the little mural she just finished depicting like a phoenix. And she turns around and sets the tools down and goes, "How can I help you?"
Had a bit of vandalism down the road there.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Now, I know you. You wouldn't harm your tools doing anything of that sort.
No, however, strange enough, the other night some of my tools went missing. And she like goes around like looking.
Is it by any chance something with a flat head, like a screwdriver or a chisel?
Yeah, one of my chisels. It was kind of old. It was rusted over anyway. I was gonna fix it up and get it polished, but I can't seem to find it. I thought maybe I accidentally threw it out. I'm not sure.
Your apprentices nearby.
No, not today. It's their day off. They've been studying for their own schoolwork and stuff.
Did you ever show them your old tools?
Well, sure, they have access to all of my tools.
When's the last time
with permission?
When's the last time you had an eye on them?
Yesterday.
About what time?
Just before. Let's see. They left before dinner time because their parents were calling them home.
And whereabouts do they stay?
What do you mean?
What part of town do they reside in? We found the
north.
The north side of town. We found some tracks leading away from the scene. One are a little bit smaller, one's a little bit bigger, but they look to be about the same kind of boot.
All right.
Do you supply a uniform to your apprentices?
Uniforms? No, we just kind of use this crude material. She kind of points to the leather and she goes, all of our clothes get ruined doing this kinds of stuff, so we just kind of wear things that we don't mind getting dirty.
If you had any, I know your quality is not something to be sniffed at, but if you ever had any more recent rumblings or talk among people, they're disgruntled?
No, not anything that I've heard. I haven't heard any talk like the cryptic message that's been the only talk that's been going around, but I haven't heard anything before then. This is all new.
There's a bit of discrepancy. When did that show up? When did people wake up and find that?
Found it this morning.
I hate to ask this, but we have to know for sure. Do you have the address of your apprentices?
Well, sure. I only have two. They both live north. They're from the same family. You can find them maybe 10 houses down.
We'll just have a short chat with them. We need to go through any and all how possible results. So, you understand.
Sure.
We've got to cover all the leads before we take him in.
What?
If we have to double check everything. Although if I find that they are responsible, I'll make sure to drop them by for a walloping before we take them off.
I'm sure.
We'll hang them by the ceilings from their thumbs.
Okay, maybe not that.
Yeah.
I like the energy.
She looks at you like,
oh, okay.
What?
He's from out of town. He's foreign. He's from out of town. You're weird.
I'm from the wrong side of town.
Look, aside from Uriel, not a lot of Phoenixes who have a job here leave. So people are so when people come in for festivals, people are kind of weird. That's just they're from out of town. we'll catch up with you on that. Thank you for your help. We'll go and
Absolutely,
have a talk
anytime.
with them.
And if you guys need anything more from me, let me know. I'm always open.
I'm
She
sure
picks
we'll
up her tools and cars away at her mural again.
Just don't leave town. Stay local. Keep your nose out of trouble.
You just gotta drag. It's like, cause is Junk like on? Is Junk like on Scrap at the moment?
No, he's walking next to Scrap.
He's like, all right. He's kind of tugs at the back of his shirt. All right, you three, come on.
Yeah, while
I
they
know where this
leave,
house is.
Inga she's still staring up in awe at this giant woman.
He kind of tugs on the back of her shirt. You can oogle her later. I understand. She's very pretty.
Before that happens, like she's carving away and she like feels eyes. And just like turns to Inga and just goes.
And then she goes, and then gets dragged away as she's gasping and being dragged away.
Gay panic. Ah!
Gay panic.
Oriel is Phoenix, yeah?
Yeah, he's Ashen.
Ashen Phoenix.
So his colors are a bit duller, a bit more gray and black.
Junk is giving everybody nicknames.
Oh, good.
Oh God. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go. So
Here we go.
do I see the other group?
Dowan, Candela, and Calypso, are you guys all heading to the stonemasons, or are you kind of staying where you are?
I would assume that we would head to the stonemasons after the cobblers.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, you guys met up.
Okay. All right. So what have you guys found?
Well, the boots were not made here. However, it appears to be the handiwork of cobblers in Creston.
Preston. It's fancy elven boots. What I've heard is that stonemason's 2 apprentices have the day off today. And some of her tools are missing, including a flat-headed chisel.
That's convenient.
Quite convenient. They live in the north side of town. I don't know the house.
Let's pay them a visit then.
Aye, if nothing else, we'll clear them. If we need to talk to them, I promise to bring them by her shop for a wallop over the head.
Down and turn to Candela. You want to intimidate some fuckos?
Candela just blinks. Sure.
He kind of goes.
Her charisma is shit, man. She's got an 8 charisma.
He kind of picks her up and puts them on his back, like so that she like her head's like peering over the top, peering over the top of his head through the antlers.
Periscope up.
Junk,
That's what I'm seeing in my head.
Junk's gonna climb up on the back of Scrap and be like, Scrap, you ready to crush some people?
Yep.
Scrap's just gonna like knock his big metal fists together.
Little hasty, but I like your enthusiasm.
Not crushing people just yet.
So he'll lead the group towards where the house is.
Okay.
Okay.
Quite frankly, I'm confused then. If we're not crushing people, what's the point in even going?
Well, we don't want to crush them necessarily. If we crush them, then they can't answer any questions.
No, you don't want to crush people. I want to crush people.
I'm sure you'll get your chance.
You mean you want Scrap to crush people?
I want Scrap to crush you. I want to crush people.
Ray just commented, "Big gay panic." Yes, that is Candela right now. She's just major gay panic.
Candela and Inga, because Inga's gay panicking over the Brienne of the
Brienne of Tarth.
The Brienne
Yeah.
the
fucking
Brienne of
Tarth.
sculpting.
Inge and Candela are just panicked lesbians right now.
Honestly, you know, I never thought of Inga's like sexuality, but right now I'm like, you know what? I think she just loves big women.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's not wrong. She's not wrong in this desire.
Not at all.
Inga and Junk have something in common.
Bro.
The mighty point. All right, so we'll get to the house, and Uriel will knock on the door.
Okay. When you knock on the door, it'll take a moment before the door opens, and a mother opens the door with like really pretty kind of ginger hair and brown eyes, and she opens the door. She's a phoenix. Did I say that? Probably said that.
Yeah.
But she has her kita, which is all like really pretty like roses and stuff like that on it. And she just goes, can I help you?
We know they're here. Give them up and nobody gets hurt.
Junk.
I'm sorry?
Pardon my friend, he's a bit excitable. Councilman Uriel Powering, me and my friends are currently investigating the vandalism that
Oh,
happened.
yes, I've heard.
I have a couple of questions for your boys. I heard that they're apprenticing at the stonemasons.
Yes, they are. It's a very noble profession. I was quite excited when they said they'd want to go into stonemasonry.
Yes, very exciting. Do you mind if we have a word with them?
Sure. And she opens the door and calls down to her boys. She goes, boys! And they come down. They're small. They're maybe 10 and 14.
So definitely
They are
not
children.
the size of the boots.
Oh goodness. They're small. And
They're
they-
definitely-
Junk is still eyeballing them like, yeah, you guys know you're guilty.
So
like they haven't even earned their kitas yet. Like they come down the stairs and they're just like, yeah, whoa. Like, they look at all of you.
so they're by no means the size of those footprints.
Definitely not. Their feet are too small.
He'll kind of blink like I wasn't expecting that. He'll kind of squat down and has a very different tone when talking to the kids. Hey guys, I heard from a very nice lady that you two are going to be stonemasons.
Yeah, the little one goes, yeah, we're gonna grow up and we're gonna be really big and strong, and then we're gonna like knock over the stones with our hands and they're gonna break in half.
Candela just slow blinks at them while she's just like periscoping from the antlers.
Junk is
The
just
older the older one goes, yeah, we've been looking around and Mom's been asking us what we wanted to do, and so we met with the really nice centaur lady, and so we've been working with her, which is really, really cool, and she's really awesome.
Oh yes.
Junk is going to just state outright towards Scrap, like, yeah, I know it's factually incorrect. You can't punch from stone, but you try telling a 10-year-old.
So, boys, I have a very important question for you. Your teacher said that she lost her tools. Have you boys seen anyone else a bit taller than the two of you hanging around the shop?
And they both think and like look at each other really hard and they're like, no, not that we know.
And you don't know where those tools would have wandered off to?
The big one goes, we when we use the tools, we always leave them there because we're supposed to leave them there, because if we bring them home, they're gonna get dirty and stuff. So we have our own tools that we use. They're a lot smaller than the ones that are typically used, but we leave them all there.
I wanna like nudge at audio, like, oi, flap tap.
I kind of blank and kind of look over her shoulder. Aye.
If they have tools, you should check them. in case they've got like dust from the wall in them. Yeah.
I glanced down at Junk. They are way too tiny to fit in those boot prints.
Yeah, but maybe they used their tools. If they didn't see them at the shop, maybe it's their dad.
Just slow blink at Junk.
Just to quell my friend's inquiry. So it was the older one who said that. What is the younger one's face when he says that?
The younger one is like confused, like what's going on specifically.
Insight check
just
those
like,
motherfuckers.
Huh?
Insight check those motherfuckers.
You can
Those little
insight
assholes are
check
lying.
children.
Insight check the kindergartner.
Yeah, because children never lie.
As a father of two.
Specifically at Junk's remark about the father, the mother kind of like takes a breath and kind of like puts her hands on her boys' shoulders, and she goes, their father passed away a while ago. So
Candela just gives Junk a look of way to fucking go.
What? Oh, what sudden I'm supposed to be telepathic?
How about
I apologize.
It's all right.
Well, I hope my mother provided a suitable service for him. She does take very good care of our people.
I can't help it. I don't trust any of these people.
Well, you don't know anybody, so that makes sense.
I mean, if you want to make like insight checks, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I want to insight check the little bastards.
Okay, go ahead.
insight check the kitties?
Okay, I would expect Calypso to do that.
It's
You
a nat
did
20.
not. You did
It's
not.
20.
Yeah, so you can tell the kids are completely telling the truth. They have their own tools that are smaller. They use them only in the shop. They always leave them at the shop at the end of the day. They have no idea what happened with the writings. All they know is that they were going and working, and then they came home for dinner, went to bed, and the next morning everyone's talking about writings on the wall.
And what about the mum?
Sure, inside check.
$18.
18. Okay, yeah, you can tell that the mother is like concerned for her children. She's like, these people are prodding in on my own children. Like she's not entirely comfortable with the fact that everyone's questioning her children, but she's telling the truth that she cares for her kids, that they are telling the truth. She trusts that they go to do the stonemasonry and that they come back home at dinner time. Like that's their agreement.
I'm self-suspicious. I think she did it.
Uriel just kind of sighs and he'll stand back up. Terribly sorry to bother you. I would advise keeping an eye out for anyone lingering around. Bit of unrest here and there, but as long as you stay safe and keep an eye on your lads, make sure they don't, he'll gotta ruffle their hair. Make sure they don't get up to any mischief.
I always make sure of that, don't we? And she like looks at them like, you're not gonna get in any mischief, are you? And they're like, yep, yeah, mom. Like,
that's an Irish mother right there.
Oh, absolutely. He'll bow his head and thank you. Sorry for interrupting your evening.
Well, I wish you all the best, and good luck to you all, and may your wild hearts run free.
As to you.
Scrapper's gonna like. And then Junction's gonna look at him like, they just said they don't go to school. They go to what? Use your brain, mate.
I imagine that's something akin to stay in school. I think for them it's both, technically.
Yeah, they said it basically said stay in school. Because Scrap is friendly.
I imagine we're going to be trying to figure out what he says just based on Junk's on Junk's reactions. It's like, huh? Well, someone took the tools. Wasn't the kids? They wouldn't even know what to do with the kind of tools that she's likely missing, they wouldn't know what to do with them yet.
Ingace raised her hand. I didn't know that was an
Yes.
option in Zoom.
Yeah, I have used another application that has the hand option, and I guess this was just added to Zoom. I just had a quick question for the DM goddess.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think we may have on the session tonight?
Yeah, it's starting to
Not
get
too
late.
long from now. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
be ending this very soon.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, cool.
Because I work at 6:30.
well, my father's going to absolutely rage, which is delightful in its own self. I will offer you all a night at Manor. We can pick up the investigation first thing in the morning, and probably I would suggest probably search the outskirts. If they're headed out west, if the tracks can be found, we're heading west. We might find more out that side of town.
Does this make us bounty hunters now?
Private investigators, at the very least.
Okay.
So
We are
you can-
spies!
I wouldn't shout that.
Oh,
Q
we're
Junk now having an inner monologue that sounds like one of those old 1920s private eye movies. That's Junk's inner monologue.
So, I mean, if you all feel comfortable, if you would rather stay at the inns, that's perfectly up to you. But I do offer you the hospitality of House Pirewing while we are in town.
I mean, my monastery is not too far away. I was just gonna stay there.
That's perfectly fine.
Is there a local scrapyard?
I think the closest you would find is the rock pit. But that's a bit far away and it's a bit cold. We do have actual beds.
You do know that there is a scrapyard not too far from there, but it's fairly small.
Yeah,
Oh.
concrete.
Well, there's one. It's small though. It's not that big.
That's all right.
If you'd be more comfortable there, then by all means.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fancy stuff. Too soft.
Believe me, neither do I. But
There isn't a pond anywhere around here, is there? Or some sort of body of water?
They're like kind of small lakes. But you do know that some inns house like little rooms and stuff specifically for sirens that will have like tanks basically for both salt water and fresh water.
or in my head, the way I'm thinking of their manor, there is similar. There's probably one or both of those kind of ponds at the manor because they have to host traders from outside of town
Mhm.
and dignitaries.
You know what? We staying at the mansion. We staying at the mansion.
Well, if everybody else is going to the mansion, then I'll scrap the junkyard and I'll go to the mansion.
Everyone except Candella's going to the mansion.
Hey, she's got a place to live.
Yeah.
Darwin is going to speak up. Well, I have some business in the city of Ember to attend to, so I'll meet you back here in the morning.
Just letting you know, City Ember will be like a 2-day journey
Oh, is
to
it?
get there. Yeah.
You will not meet us back here in the morning. You will meet us
Yeah.
back here next week.
Yeah.
No, in which case then, Darwin's
And
gonna-
you know that Theodoric said that he doesn't mind if the party knows about the mission.
Hold on. Okay. So on the I will wait until like we all at least get in the manor before Darwin says anything.
He'll look at Calypso and Fractum. As usual, you two are free to do whatever the hell it is that you desire. We have soft
Not
beds and salt, and I believe you are saltwater, Calypso, if I remember correctly.
I'm not one to be indebted to others. I can find an inn.
I would hold you to no debts, but if that is your choice, then by all means. We have accommodations if you want it. Well, I guess I should introduce you all to my family. That's going to be awkward.
Oh, no, that'll be very fun. I'm excited to meet them.
I'm not. I'm less excited, and I know them
Oh,
already.
I'm sure they will all be very pretty and handsome and lovely, just like you.
Well, I contest that last point, but the rest of it, you're probably more spot on. So he'll lead them to the manor.
Candela will break off and head back to the Sun Soul Monastery.
We'll meet up tomorrow at Hot Wings.
Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow.
Be
See you
safe.
tomorrow.
And Candela just heads to the monastery.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the junkyard rats bite.
Candela's just thinking, what are junkyard rats?
So Candela goes to her monastery.
Mhm.
Calypso, you're staying in an inn?
I'll probably end up staying in Hot Wings if they have rooms.
Yeah, they have a few rooms. It'll probably be like 12 pearl.
Okay.
From you.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Junk is very visibly relaxed at the fact that the mean old lady is staying somewhere else.
And she's okay with that. You said how much?
12.
Okay.
Dallin, Inge, Junk, and Oriel and Fractum, I believe, are going to the manor, correct?
No, Junk is in the scrapyard.
I thought he was going to...
I said I was going to go to the manor with everybody else.
Okay.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard wrong.
I have everybody's nicknames except from Fractal. I need a nickname for him.
I want to hear the nicknames!
Oh shit, Candela's not going to be there to hear hers.
As everyone gets into the manor, Dan will kind of pull everyone in. We need to go to Ember.
Important business then?
Darren pulls out the scroll with the wax seal, and Oriel, I'm guessing you know how serious this is.
Oh shit. That serious. Look, I have a...
Theodoric is not in a good place right now, and he trusted me to deliver this to someone in Ember.
If you need to stash it, this fancy quiver I have is essentially a small pocket dimension.
This is not leaving my person.
That's fine. It's like, if you need to stash it, well, then I can access the things inside unless I sell it otherwise.
I appreciate it, but it's fine.
Alright then. Well, welcome to Manor Pirewing. Mind your manners. My father certainly won't, except maybe to Darwin. But I think he might be asleep by now. Old Bud tends to sleep early these days, so my mother will certainly be up. And he'll...
Would Darren would have met your parents, like, if they're council members?
They are... His father was a council member before. He is... You think of a noble asshole. That is the face. His mother, however, his mother is lovely. She's very sweet. The bright wing. Everyone except him is a bright wing in his family. She brings the bright in Brightwing. She is just a delight.
So,
she's Molly Weasley.
Yes.
So sickeningly.
Weasley.
It's like if Molly Weasley was married to Lucius Malfoy.
That's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I said.
So, okay, so like sickeningly sunny disposition. Okay.
Almost. Just a hair under that.
Okay.
Just enough that it's still pleasant.
I mean, would it be safe to assume Dan would definitely knows your dad as like and may have met your mother in passing?
If he was at like several like royal functions, they definitely would have met. His father would have made a point to talk to you because it's his father. He's always looking up to open more trade and more business and better relations with other nations. But you can tell this man is looking at Darwin and seeing dollar signs, as it were.
Ooh, descendants. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys
Yeah.
walk into the manor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He leaves
Yeah.
them all in.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys walk in. It's really nice. It's a nice manor. It's not as nice as the castle, but the castle is the castle. You know what I mean? But still, like, really nice stuff. The decorations are gorgeous. The floors are gorgeous. Everything in it is just very beautiful. And Maria actually like is walking by like the lobby area, and she spots you all, especially Ariel, and she goes, "Ariel, honey, welcome home." And she like goes over and gives him a big hug, the whole mama cuddly thing.
He just kind of sighs and gives her a small hug. Hello, Mom. I brought some friends. You remember
I can
Darwin?
see that. Hi, Darwin. And she like holds out her hand to shake yours. She's like, I remember. It's been a while since the last time I've seen you, but it's such a pleasure seeing you again.
And likewise, Maria. It's you look lovely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Young friend here, Inga, and
Hello.
this is Junk and his
Hello.
compatriot Scrap.
Hello, Mrs. Flap Flap. What's happening?
Hello.
And this, the brooding one in the back there is Fractum, another friend of ours.
Well, hello. Very nice to meet you.
I'm just kind of assuming that Fractum came with the group. No,
Yes.
I don't mean the group. I don't mean the brooding siren. We left her back at a bar.
We left her where she'll be happy.
Yes, well, she'll be happy, far away from us.
We left her where she was wanted.
Well, Inga will probably be spending. Inga, you are saltwater from the deeper.
Yes, I am. I'm very, very deep salt water.
So she'll be in the saltwater lake over on the east side. I believe we have a room that can fit Darwin. I hope.
Oh, I'm sure we have plenty of fairly big rooms.
Yes.
But please come in, make yourselves comfortable. If you need anything, just let me know. I will gladly have somebody help you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, and yeah, it's gonna be much needed. Thank you.
Of course. Now, Ariel, your father he's working, so I would avoid his study for the night. He's not particularly in a good mood.
I imagine the vandalism in town has got him in a right. Has rightly ruffled his feathers. We're currently looking into that.
Yes, it's not very pleasant. So I would just, for all of you to know, it's just down the hall and to the right, maybe 3 doors down. I would avoid it if I were you, just to keep things pleasant.
Junk makes a mental note of the door.
Okay.
Shit.
Question,
yeah.
would you count a doorknob as a tiny object?
Are you going to enchant this fucking doorknob?
No, because it's attached to the door. No.
I saw what you were doing, motherfucker. Granted, Uriel would love to prank his father. However, they're leaving the next day, so his mother and his siblings would have to deal with it. So
what is it Uriel's dad does?
Uriel's father he is technically would be considered in most modern settings as a mercantile noble. He makes deals. He is, as far as the council seats that he held, the council seat he held would be the equivalent of like the master of coin. And even though even though Uriel took that position, which is now the master of the defense, as he has to protect around from harpies, he still does the job of the master of coin because the current master of coin doesn't do math well, so he gets help from his dad. So his dad's always grumpy because like doing all of his fucking work.
All right. Okay. Cool. No worries.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah. I will just make a note of which door it is.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, Maria will kind of point you in the right directions of your rooms, and just go. And please let me know if there's anything else that you need. I will gladly help. Anyway, sleep well. I know it's starting to get late, so please rest up and enjoy your stay. And she'll turn away.
Thank you, Mother. Whew.
Oh, okay, so then where is the water that you were talking about?
Yes, I will lead you. There's a sort of a balcony and like a balcony area with a little stairs down with this nice, fairly big. It's a nice big pool. Like this is our saltwater pool for our siren guests.
Ah, well, it's not as big as my home, but it's very cute.
If my father could figure out how to fit an ocean on a mountain, he would, but haven't figured that out yet. But
Yeah, I don't think you've got the
that's
facilities
okay.
for that, big man.
yes, you'll find it. It's he'll like lead her over to it, and it's got like these purple, like it's sort of smoothed down, but underneath is these like purple and green and like very pretty crystals that have been sort of smoothed out to make it look deeper than it is, make it like very much an oceanic feel with coral and sorts of greenery and stuff. It looks like you're looking into the ocean, but it's not. It's not that deep.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna have fun with the shiny stuff. She's gonna be like shiny, and then she'll probably try to steal it. But it was fine.
shiny.
I mean, it's
Anyway,
just
Oh
So yeah, you have this whole pool to yourself, Inga, and it's really nice.
So is
nice
this pool like
temperature.
open air? Like
Yeah.
is it inside a room or is it on like a balcony?
It's outside. It's outside.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll probably have Junk board up somewhere there then, like in the outside. He doesn't like roofs or walls.
Well, we have he kind of motions over. We have the veranda over there. Nice open area. I can bring out some cot and some blankets.
No need. I'll sleep inside. Scrap.
Oh well, yeah. We have a nice little scenic spot for him to enjoy the look of while you to rest up.
All right.
Dallin gets a really nice room. It's big, really tall too, so you don't have to crouch.
Yes.
So
Fuck
you can
yeah,
stretch.
leg room.
Yes.
Well, let's hope he's still working in the morning and I don't have to introduce you or reintroduce you to my father again.
Oh, fantastic. Is he still the asshole that I saw him last?
Yes and no. He's mellowed out a bit since I took over the position, but then the position changed hands, so now he's still doing the job for someone else.
So in other words, it's a level playing field.
Yes, except he spends most of his time at home now. I become master of defenses since I know fuck all about money.
Yeah.
I'll just say my good nights to everybody.
Yeah.
Good night, Elk Dad. Good night, Little Mermaid. Good night, Flap Flap.
I'll have to come up with a better one for me later, but yes.
All right. Is there anything that anyone would like to do before everybody heads to bed?
Nah.
No.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. Well, are we taking a long rest?
Yes, we will be taking a long rest.
Cool. Well, at the beginning of my long rest, I'm going to use one of my Artificer infusions because I need to do this during our rest. Basically, I get to infuse an item that isn't magical and make it magical. So I now have +1 AC.
Okay.
Cool.
At the monastery, Candela just goes through her nightly ritual of her prayers to Darion, reading a bit, getting a little bit of martial arts practice in, and then she heads to bed.
Roll me a religion check.
Shit, let me get my dice
While
back out.
she's rolling, Uriel, when he's getting done, get all his stuff off, he has a little shrine to Batya,
Mhm.
and he will, put his lips to the coin and then say a small prayer and place it back on the coin. Place it on the altar.
That's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. What specifically are you praying about or praying for?
Just wish us luck and give guidance for our future journey. Because Candela has no idea that they have to go to Embro. She still thinks that they're seeking out the people who carved into the wall. So she's just praying for guidance for that.
I'm sure that Candela has, or the monastery has candles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as she's praying for safety and guidance, the fire in the candles, like, burst, like, for a moment, as like an answer of like, "Yep, I got you," before it settles back down.
She'll smile.
Okay.
That's what she's
Is
doing.
that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Oriel, you said you were praying to Batia?
Yep. I've lit the incense.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me religion.
18.
18? All right. What are you specifically praying for?
Guidance, hints, if she has any take on the cryptic, since she is the lady of crypticness, if she has any constructive crypticness about the sayings, the
so
words.
You could say you're looking for some constructive criticism.
Yes.
Yes. As you are praying, you flip the coin and you put it on the altar, and for a split moment, you feel a cold wind, a presence pass behind you, kind of like a hand running like on your back, just very gently, very comforting, before disappearing.
Well, at least you know you're listening.
Yeah, it's like this weird like wind that comes in and just like disappears as soon as it comes.
Yeah, he's kind of shivering. Stop that. I don't really mind it. Stop doing that. I'll take that as a yes.
When you say stop that, you hear a...
Very well. Well, if you think of anything, please let me know. I'm baffled. Everyone's gone mad. Which isn't new. It's just everyone else has gone mad. And he'll, let the incense burn, and he'll leave the coin on the altar and then go lay down for bed.
Okay. Yes, Inga.
So,
and then we'll get to that one.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if this is possible, at least not like today. Is there any way that I could contact my fiend?
Contact your fiend? Yeah. Roll, I guess, religion as well.
Religion? Okay, don't I have anything for that? Okay. Oof, okay. That was stopped by the thingy. That's only a 5.
5? Yeah, so you kind of like try and reach out like in your mind to your fiend, but it's like either you're way too tired or he's like way too far away for some reason, but that connection isn't quite there tonight.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do, Inga?
No.
Okay. Just go to sleep. Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
Curling up in the coral.
Okay, and Dallin.
Period.
Before Darren goes to bed, he's gonna go into his pouch and brings out a little etching, and etching of his wife, his his boy,
Mhm.
and just stare at it and kind of mumbles on under his breath. I haven't given up hope. I will find you one day. And he
Wow.
and he kisses the area of the etching where his wife's head is, and puts it away and goes to bed.
Okay. Anything
Um,
else?
If I can quickly do one thing, while we're all doing WRP things, from inside Scrap, where Junk is all like kind of like
Mhm.
bundled up, he's just going to be playing like some kind of musical instrument. It says flute, but there was no option for harmonica.
Okay.
So he's basically just playing a wee tune. The tune is
Okay.
essentially the song from Annie. Betcha he reads, betcha she sews, betcha they made me a closet of clothes. That's it. He's just thinking about his parents and thinking, they're assholes, but maybe they still want me somewhere.
Okay. Anybody else before we do our last shot for the night?
I mean,
No?
if we're all doing it, then Calypso's just sitting and just kind of at her mark for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just kind of like trying to dig her nail into it, knowing that it won't actually scratch it at all, but she's just like fucking with it.
Okay. Is that it?
Is that before or after she goes and tries and finds a baby to...
You don't know my life.
All right. Well, if that is it, then we are going to do our closing shot for the evening. So you see everybody, it kind of switches out between everybody going to sleep. And it fades in through the city, and the camera kind of weaves in between all the buildings while everything is dark. But the world itself and all the plants are bioluminescent, so everything is really glowing. It's got that really pretty blues and greens and reds and oranges and all that kinds of stuff. And behind a dark building, you see two figures shrouded in darkness, and they're speaking to each other. And one says, "Well, geez, we could have gotten caught. You know that, right?" The other goes, "Yeah, I know, but we didn't." "Yes, I know we didn't. But we gotta get out of here. We don't want to get in trouble. Not again. I know, not again." Well, at least we have somewhere to go. We gotta get to Ember. I know. Let's go. And fade out.
What?
Nice.
Wow.
Just a plan, guys, right?
Yeah,
Just a
nice.
plan. But we bomb Ember.
We put ember to embers.
Deal.
Okay, sure.
I'm in.
Oh. How about
Well?
no? How about we
Oh,
don't?
wait, sorry.
No.
To be continued. There you go.
How many people can cast in large? Because I'm thinking, wait for it, giant robot.
With thermonuclear capabilities.
Thank you for playing our first chapter of
This was so much
Secrets of
fun.
Pandor.
It was
Love
great.
This. This was so much. This was so much more than the excitement built up to.
Yeah.
We were much
And-
just a
I
chaotic.
fucking love Junk and Scrap.
I know.
Sarah
yeah.
does.
They-
Sarah loves all of your characters. Calypso's just a bitch.
I finally found Calypso's counter. A child that isn't scared.
Oh man.
Kitsune says you did a great job, Hannah.
You
Yeah,
did
it's
an amazing
fantastic.
job.
you did a really
Amazing.
good job, Hannah.
Honestly,
Really good job.
like I cannot wait for next session. Cannot wait.
Mhm.
Like seriously, can we just end the live then like set it back up in 5 minutes and play next session? Like,
Right? Honestly.
Honestly.
I'm not furloughed yet, guys. I'm not furloughed yet. Give me some fucking time.
24-hour D&D. No.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Thank
I want
you.
to do it.
Thank you for playing. I'm so excited. I was like so happy that you guys wanted to like be a part of this. You were really excited.
Oh yeah, very
Oh
much.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I am so excited about the Chaos Kids. Like, there's just something about this group. I
Like-
feel like great
There-
things are going to
there's-
happen.
I feel like Candela, Junk, and Inga need like their own little mini campaign. just like
Probably.
just kids doing kids bullshit.
There's
Just need an episode where they just like go off.
There's socially awkward Candela, who is somehow the leader of the group. There's Enge, who knows nothing about boundaries. And then there's Junk, who's just like questioning everything, but also encouraging chaos.
Junk, the person who accuses 10-year-olds of vandalism.
Yep.
Uriel's like, I'm about to turn around and shoot him.
Candela, who has spent most of her life researching in a monastery, can't fucking figure out the scribblings on the wall.
I have
Junk's nickname for Candela is Sparkplug.
Sparkplug, I like it.
That is
I've
Sparkplug, Elk Dad,
So-
Flap Flap, Little Mermaid, and Old Lady.
wait,
You have no idea. I have to laugh at it because you have
I'm so excited.
no idea.
Alright. I think we're gonna call the stream here. Thank you everybody for joining. I will have this uploaded onto YouTube by the end of the week, and I'll have a Secrets of Pandor playlist going. But thank you all for joining. We will see you all in 2 weeks for episode 2.
Chapter 2.
For chapter 2.
Yeah.
Everybody, have a great rest of your night. Go the fuck to sleep. Bye.
I refuse to go to sleep.